Welcome back to the big show, the panel show, discussing that big game, that massive game that a lot of the Mancs are downplaying now, saying it started off the season, Klopp is gone, Liverpool are going down the drain, and now the narrative is Slot has inherited an excellent team. We are title contenders.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Expecting Nuruddin to jump in as well. If he does, he does. If he doesn't, he doesn't. It's calm. But we've got a full panel here today. Before I start, how you feeling, guys? How you feeling? Let me start off with Ali. I haven't seen him for a while. How you feeling, bro?
Yeah, bro. All good. Yeah, especially after a strong start. So looking forward to getting stuck into it with you guys. So yeah, but what a start.
Wicked. Anton, I think there's feedback from your...
There's feedback coming from Anton, like a washing machine or something, man.
Oh, it's the fan. Yeah.
Okay, all right, ready. Okay, I'm ready. Make us finish, guys. Make us finish. Okay, let's go.
How you feeling, Anton?
Bro, after the other Sunday, bro, I've been like, I got a smile on my face for the whole human race, and it's almost like being in love. I've been chilling, bro. Everything's been blessed, mate. Honestly, I can't go wrong. Honestly, it's just been great. Every time I beat them, I'm sorry. I feel bad for them a little bit because I thought I would rather beat them.
Come on, man.
I'd rather beat them
man.
when they got all their players and there's no excuses, but there's no excuses. But
they had all their players.
And they get their I love it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Uncle Rods is in the house. How are you feeling after that weekend?
Na 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 na. Luis Diaz is from Baracas and he plays for Liverpool. Listen, I'm still buzzing now, man. I'm still watching the highlights now.
Same.
Same with the highlights now. What it was, I think it was all right. The 1-3-0.
Yeah.
But it's the manner how we won 3-0. Do you know what I mean? The manner how we won 3-0. And it was just, it was just unbelievable. We just took him to the cleaners. Do you know what I mean? Like,
let me bring my brother in. Let's bring him in. He's there.
The butcher. Why are you running it?
That's it. Just in time. Mr. Nuruddin, Mr. Structure, Mr. United. How you feeling, bro?
Oh, sorry. I've never met him. How you doing, sir? How you doing?
Yeah, big up, people.
Listen, sorry, Nora, yeah? I'll tell you what, brilliant show today. I watched every bit of it, your show today, with the guys and obviously with the side was hosting and you had rants, the man them talk, you had rants and all them lot. Tell you what, mate, brilliant show. Brilliant show. Keep up. Listen, this is coming from a Liverpool supporter. And it was a no, seriously, it was a brilliant show. I couldn't stop watching it. I started watching it and I phoned Fuzzy. I told Fuzzy, watch this show, man. It's good. Do you know what I mean? And like, listen, you guys over there doing amazing stuff, man. Keep up the good work. Trust me, keep up the good work, man.
Man. Big up, brother. Love. Listen, love. Sorry, I'm a bit late. I was actually on a Zoom. I was on a Zoom call for anti-fascist in Manchester. You know how it is, innit? We do it all. We do it all, man. So yeah, love to everybody. Just to quickly give the Manchester United perspective, we turned up, but your boys had the best plan. There's a saying in Islam, innit? Like Allah's always has the best plan. Yeah. But the second best plan was Arnie Slot. So it was one of the most fascinating games to watch tactically. It was and just watching your guys, like how quickly Arnie Slot has literally instilled in the positional discipline, especially with Robertson and the movement. How Robertson was covering Van Dijk quite a lot of times. You know what I mean? and the different movements in terms of where you are, how you are in the build-up, how you are when your boys are playing forward. But yeah, I thought tactically, I thought the Liverpool players executed it. Obviously, it's a game, it's a derby still. You know, we were going to have chances. As bad as we are going to create a little bit. But I thought, honestly, at times, I was laughing my head off because I'm like, I'm actually enjoying, because I know what I'm enjoying the way Liverpool actually move the ball and play.
No, guys, don't laugh him. This means he's a real football fan. This is a real, true football fan here. You know what I mean? His team is losing, but he can still see some kind of entertainment. You understand?
Yeah. But just the way the traps and how we kept it's like some sort of like cartoon. You know, like Tom and Jerry cartoons from back in the day.
Yeah.
Where, you know, Jerry's doing the same things and then falling for the same trap again and again. And it's like that kind of big laughs. Because the way you were setting traps, it's like I'm thinking our manager, he's on the screen with us. I'm like, what are you writing down? Writing it down. Get the instructions out there, change it, but he didn't change it. But big up.
Exclusively, Nuruddin, I could tell exactly what he was writing down. He was writing down his order of Uber Eats. That's what he's doing. But yeah, big up, Nuruddin. Thanks for joining us. Foles is in the house, main man. How are you feeling after that weekend?
I did tell Nuruddin what's going to happen, and it happened exactly how I said it. You know what I mean? The wings scored the goals, and, you know, we set traps like Nuruddin said. It was enjoyable. It was comfortable. That's what I loved about us in the game. You know, like, I don't know if anyone spots it with Liverpool at the moment. The way we're playing is like, we've got 2 pivot midfielders and 1 free role player. The free role player is the one that's, you know, is the out ball. If we need to like clear the ball, the guy in the free role is the one that receives the ball and gets us to counter attack. And this is what I like about us. I don't know if anyone spotted that when we're playing now. Before, what we used to do is when we cleared the ball, we used to just come back at us straight away, didn't it? And then the team attacks and they get the goals or they get a chance. Now we're playing differently. Listen, I'm not.
I see it as a focal point. I see what you're saying. It's not just booing it for the sake of booting it.
Yeah.
Unless it's like a lot of trouble, but they know where to hit, kind of thing. Yeah. Even if like at instant, they have to hit this ball. It goes to this obviously Soboslai or whatever.
Yeah.
And they join a counter attack like that.
100%, bro. And it's looking good. You know what I mean? I'm not jumping the gun yet. We'll have to wait and see. There's still time. You know what I mean? Things can go the other way in any time as well. But so far, so good. That's 3 games, 3 wins, 3 clean sheets, 2 goals in 2 games, and 3 goals against Man United. I wouldn't ask for anything better, to be fair, guys. And a lot of us did say the Man United game will be, you know, the game that will tell us how far we've come.
Yeah,
what people don't understand is, well, if you look at this game, we didn't keep possession more than Man United. We didn't really pass Man United. We even played ugly at times, and we still come through it. And that's what I enjoyed the most in this game. So it's not always about keeping possession, is it? It's not always, you know, doing the opponents. You can play ugly and win games as well. And this is what I've enjoyed.
Game, man. Main thing was to win the game.
That's it. Talking about possession, it was clear that Liverpool didn't have majority of the ball. They allowed Man United to build up. But as Nuruddin said, that the traps were there. The traps were there as soon as Casemiro picked up the ball from the back 4 or the back 2 or the keeper, or even when Kobe did it in the second half. Yeah. So that was the traps. Liverpool said, let them have it with the keeper and the two centre backs. As soon as they tried to progress it into midfield, that's where he jumped in.
Listen, they pressed Lissandro as well. Lissandro and the 2 players that got caught normally on the ball were Lissandro, because they're the 2 players we play out with. Casemiro. I don't know why we play out. He's never done it in his career, in his life. But go ahead. It was Lissandro. To be fair, they didn't press the lit that much. It was Lissandro and Casemiro.
Because Lissandro's really good on the ball. He's techie.
Yeah.
Techie. So they thought, bang, just go at him. And they wasn't expecting it, you know what I'm saying? Set the traps and it worked.
Yeah. I know, Nuruddin, you got a show around 10ish. So I want to get your portion out, and you could just leave whenever you feel like you need to leave, yeah? So I want to ask you, with Arne Slot coming in and recognizing the way Erik Ten Hag operates within his team, how he operates, and deciding not to go the route of Jurgen Klopp and press everyone, and allowed those traps to happen, and was happy for you lot to have possession with the keeper. You saw the keeper really didn't get pressed much by Jota and stuff. It might guide him to a certain area, but it wouldn't be pressing him as high. What's like, they're both from the Dutch Eredivisie. What's the difference between these two coaches philosophically?
Yeah, I mean, Erik Ten Hag is a weirdo, isn't it? He's a not in that sense, but he's a weird guy in terms of like what type of coach he is. So Arne Slot is the kind of guy, and I said to you before you got in, Ramir, we had a lot of these chats off screen, you know what I mean, off not on YouTube but on the phone and back and forth. I like Arne Slot. He's the type of guy that he knows what he's doing. He's in control of the fundamentals. Yes, Arne Slot is lucky that he's walked into a club that has winners. You know what I mean? That a club that has had a style of play, a defined way of playing on the club. And all he's done is tweaked it here and there. You know, he's got a couple of tweaks here, a couple of tweaks here. And the players are taking instructions and they look fantastic or good. With Erik Ten Hag is basically drowning. He's drowning because the excuses and the pressure, obviously the pressure of managing Manchester United, you understand that. It's only like the only other pressure in this country is Liverpool, really. You know what I mean? But what I like about Arne Slot, self-assured, not talky, gets on with his job. Like, you know, he just shared the second goal. I think that's the only thing he celebrated. He celebrated that second goal. But the difference fundamentally for me is that he has a defined way of playing. So majority of the players will always understand Arne Slot, how he wants to play. Win, lose, or draw. So win, lose, or draw, they will understand the system. The fundamental badness about Ten Hag, and if you guys don't believe me, go on, you can find it on YouTube. I'm sure you can find it. There is a conversation between me and Ruud Gullit, right? Ruud Gullit, those of you who don't know, the FIFA generation. Ruud Gullit was the ultimate footballer in terms of he could play anywhere on the pitch, right back, centre back, left back.
He was.
You know what I mean? Right wing, left wing, sweeper, like striker, you know what I mean? Number 10, every position. He is one of the most unique players in the history of football.
Complete player of all time, innit?
Yeah. So one of like 40 years, or 50 years, you don't have a footballer like him that can play anywhere, competent is in most positions on a football pitch, as competent as he could, right? The problem is that he's sitting next to Erik Ten Hag and he's telling Erik Ten Hag, why are you doing this with your midfield? What's going on here? And Erik Ten Hag saying, so Erik Ten Hag, he's not what the Dutch managers are. Like, he's not. He believes in this unique way of building up play, and he believes that for his football to succeed, the way he wants to play, you have to be like 99.99% perfect. You cannot make any errors with the ball or without the ball. You have to always be in position. You always have to be perfect on the ball, and that doesn't exist. Now, in the Eredivisie, you could get away with it. Ajax, the way they coach the young players, Ajax, the players they buy, always tactically and technically sound. And you don't have the might of Ajax as you do, the rest of the Eredivisie. So he would camp his team out and try all these craziness. Now, I personally think that's when he started to lose it a little bit, because he realized how dominant Ajax were and the things that he could do, and he tried to be too clever for his own good, to try to complicate the football a bit too much. But with Ajax in the Eredivisie, you can get away with it. You can get away with it because Ajax are dominating the ball. They're camping outside the box of most teams, and they're recycling the ball. And even if teams break on them, they score one goal on the break, Ajax will score 2 or 3 because they've got better, superior players than them, right? In the Premier League, it's the most physical, it's the most robust, it's the most challenging. It challenges everybody. Every player that plays in the Premier League, every manager, nobody can rest on their role, because any given day, you can get a nosebleed from the bottom of the league. So that's the level of competition and intensity And by the way, not even that. The 3 promoted clubs that come up every season come up from one of the most competitive leagues in world football. That's a championship. They play every 3 days in a championship. Intense football. The quality might not be as incredible as the Premier League is, but the intensity and aggression and the way of playing, you cannot fake it. You cannot fake it down the English pyramid because of and there is quality because a lot of those players who go down, most clubs try to keep them. So Erik Ten Hag as a coach is somebody who overcomplicates football, who he thinks, and in terms, I have never seen a manager misprofile players as much as I've seen him. Never in my life, and I don't ever wish to see it. I don't ever wish to see it. Ever. And the likes of him. Casemiro played for Real Madrid and played alongside 2 of the best midfielders of their generation. Modric and Cruz. He wasn't asked to be a ball player. He wasn't asked to cover wide open spaces. And the biggest thing about Erik Ten Hag's football is that it can never work in the Premier League. Now, we know that he's got the capability and the intelligence to change it because we saw it for the last 4 games of the Premier League leading up to that cup final last season. We saw him, regardless where we were, whether we were pressing really high, whether we were pressing doing a mid-block, we were compact, or low block, we were compact. So he knows that. But I don't know what screw loose he has or what arrogance this is.
Arrogance.
You know, certain managers.
Arrogance.
Yeah.
100%.
Pep Guardiola had it in the Champions League against Chelsea. He was like, Fernandinho was the guy that got you to a final. And you're like, nah. I don't need.
But he still learned from his mistakes, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying? With
the second time he didn't do that, did he? Yeah,
he
didn't. So what I'm saying to you is this: there's certain arrogance he has, and soon as the first minute, and this majority of Manchester United fans are like, oh, actually, in the first 15 minutes we were good. That's what we are now. 20 minutes FC, 15 minutes FC. Even in from the first 2 minutes of the game, you knew what Liverpool was doing. I've only got 2 coaching badges. I'm on a lower east stand, and I can see what's going on. Yeah. I've got 2 coaching badges. I live in Hume, South Central Manny. I could see what was happening. And this guy's getting paid all of that money. Yeah. And he still persisted giving the ball to Martinez and to Casemiro. And I'm sorry, these are basic errors. And he didn't change it. He actually doubled down and he said, what I'm going to do, scapegoat Casemiro. And I'm going to cook him for halftime. So the whole media, everybody blames him. And you're like, no, Collier came in. Kobe dropped into the number 6 position. What happened?
Same thing. So this idea, and then to be fair to you guys, you had another 3-4 chances. I don't know what some of your players were doing. They would try to walk it in, like
they were taking a piss.
There was a bit of a perfectionist kind of mode. Yeah, kind of perfectionist kind of mode, but it was honestly. Mo Salah, I think the interview afterwards, he said it was so easy. It could have been 5 or 6, and literally, I think your players were just like, yeah. And the biggest thing is that I looked at your players when they're coming off the pitch. I didn't see anybody tired. I didn't see anybody sweating. And to be fair, this has been honest. Look, the football is so far, it's controlled and deadly. Mm-hmm. The word I use from Liverpool's first 3 games, and specifically about this game, United could have had all of the possession, but we were controlled. We were controlled. Liverpool at any time, anything they wanted to do, they could have done it. And there was no way down it. What I liked about what he did, honestly, is that he actually said, okay, the 2 players who are going to be on the ball are central. Forget about pressing just for pressing's sake. Wide-woods. Everybody. Szoboszlai was support. Jota, I think, might have been a trigger. And then you had Diaz and Salah. And Salah actually was the one that was going more wide sometimes. But Diaz was almost inverted. Like, in majority of the game, in my eyes, it looked like he was one of the most inverted players. He was literally inverted, very close And in the central areas, that's how we would try to play through. You just shut us up and you hunted impacts. And I said to people, same thing. There was 2 players and people were like, no, it was only McAllister that bullied Kobe. I'm like, no, look at the player. There's another player coming towards him. So even if McAllister missed the player on the ball, the other player who was coming from the other direction would have took the ball anyway. Like, crazy. And what I liked about it, when any of your players had the ball, there were 2 options. Always there was 2 options to pass. When we had the ball, everybody runs away.
You say that today.
I swear to God, we're always doing a running man. That's what these tactics are. We're either running forward like helter-skelter, or we're running backwards like that. And it's just crazy. And I mean, the basicness of the first goal. How are you having the 2 fullbacks go that high? How?
That's dumb.
And then I see when your lot are on the ball, you can't. The space between Gravenberch and McAllister are this. And you got someone like Robertson who wasn't even. He was like, forget about it. He was going to United's half and go, shit, where am I? I better go back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm not interested what they're doing up there. I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm keeping the position. And Liverpool defended with +1. That's how you coached in football. That's how I was coached. How I took to coach. +1. If you got 3 attackers joining you, you have to have 4 defenders because you always want to have that +1 spare. Have that. Don't ever be overloaded. Have 1. And every time any of your defensive positioning, rest defense of your team, even though you press the halfway line, I saw there was 4 players. But United, it was 2, 3 against 5. You know what I mean?
Sometimes 1, sometimes 1.
Overloads.
You know, with sometimes what it was at one time, Kobe Mona was up there on his own. He was literally up there on his own, and I was thinking to myself, what do you expect a young lad like that to do up there on his own? Do you know what I mean? Go and help him, man. Help him out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm speaking from like obviously a footballer's point of view. There was not enough players on the Man United squad that was helping out other players. Just like, you know, all right, you go and deal with that. I'll just stay here. Do you know what I mean? You can't play football like that. Definitely can't play football like that.
That's true. Nuruddin brought up something quite interesting, was control. And I'll come to Alid with this one. That Slot, he has given interviews where he said that Liverpool were a little bit too direct all the time, probably last season.
Gung-ho, innit?
Gun-ho, yeah. So you see the first goal where Casemiro gives that ball away with his 2 fullbacks quite high, and the risk to reward ratio of that pass doesn't match up. What do you think going forward Liverpool's midfield is going to look like? Do they need a 6 anymore? Do they need someone that's just, or do they just need footballers that understand positional play, understand how to receive, like Gravenberch and McAllister? In the future going forward, do we really need a 6 anymore, or can he mold these guys into what he's really looking for?
I think you'd be naive to say that we don't need a 6. I still think, you know, that's definitely an area and an aspect of the game where, you know, if anything kind of goes wrong, you know, everyone's going to kind of pan onto the, you know, the perspective, oh, well, we needed a 6. Why didn't we get a 6? Do you know what I mean? So, look, despite this good start, I still think, I do especially get that perspective where, you know, having footballers in them positions who know the game well and are adaptable in that moment is especially vital. But I think, you know, having a number 6 would be, you know, I think would definitely be crucial. And I think it definitely breathe a different type of confidence on top of the already strong start this season. So I still, you know, think it is an aspect of the game where, you know, it is a little bit of a cause of concern across the long term. But right now, I think Nuruddin, it was quite fascinating actually listening to that. And, you know, the control deadly, I think epitomises and embodies how Liverpool were on the weekend. Because despite the fact we were so precise, you know, Jurgen Klopp's way of playing, and I don't want to do any sort of disservice, but it was direct, and sometimes it was so. Sometimes the risk of reward meant that sometimes you were rushing attacks because we were so direct. But with this, it seemed very a lot more strategic and a lot more. Not slowed down because it was fast in the way that it was played, but it felt like once we turned the ball over, it wasn't like a rush of blood. It was like, right, we sort of composed ourselves and were able to assess and acknowledge the correct options, and then we were just precise in the way that we cut the team through. So yeah, that's how I'd sum up Sunday.
Yeah, you talked about Klopp's time, and then I think we can split Klopp's time into two portions, because we used to have Liverpool fans that would complain about our midfield passing sideways a bit too much, a bit too risk averse, until we won the league and the Premier League, and then Klopp kind of like started to loosen the reins, as you say it.
He had to change it because it was the three midfielders. There wasn't creators. They were just destroyers, and
they have to evolve as well.
They'll overrun the other team.
Yeah, exactly. So do you think, Anton?
On the outside, can I just say that three midfield, the way that they played, there's only so much. That's the burnout. There's no way that 3 to 4 seasons you can sustain.
No, I can't sustain. So this is where FSG would have backed him. If FSG would have backed him, I think he would have got more out of it.
He was looking for technical players, wasn't he? And they didn't back him for that. So this is why we didn't,
he was looking for everything, the running as well as the technical play as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, do you think, Anton, then is Arne Slot now getting the best of those both worlds, where we can control it when we want, and we actually absolutely use the energy when we want?
Well, we were screaming for this for so long, man. So long. It's just unreal. Don't get me wrong. Klopp was great. It was working. But when teams were putting 2 bags of 4, bro, they were like sitting back deep, like deep undercover. We needed someone to break the lines and do something magical. We didn't have that. When we had Henderson and Ronaldo. Don't get me wrong, they're great runners. They're athletes, really and truly. But they wasn't brilliant footballers. They wasn't really skillful when they needed to be. You know what I'm saying? You can pull out something out of the hat. They wasn't that guy. So every time what a team will do, we're like, you know what? We can't really outrun them. So what we can do is sit back, make it ugly, and we had nothing for it. We had no tonic for it at all. Things have changed, and the guy is inherited the team. And he's playing a different way. He's not so gung ho as Klopp. Just go and get everything in the change. The gegenpress, where you're just pressing everyone. You're even pressing a bird that's going past. You know what I mean? Anything that's moving, like a terrier. You know what I'm saying? Like Nuruddin said, I knew it wasn't going to be sustainable, especially when your owners are not going to put money in their pockets. You understand? Yeah. When we won the Champions League, you could see it was special. You can see even in the league it was special. What we needed after the Champions League, we needed 3 more players. That's when you could see. For Fabinho, his game was slowly dying because we was using him too much. We was using him as a centre back, remember? And a midfielder, and as a DM, and we was rinsing him out. So Slot coming now. I'm sure he must have seen it from afar, because anyone could have told you what we needed. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not taking it away from him, but he come with a new regime, and he's working wonders now. So far, I still yet to see him the same thing against an Arsenal or a Man City, strong team in the Champions League, for me to go, you know what? Bernard Matthews said yes,
And Anton, I want to see when we lose the game what the reaction is as well. We haven't seen that. I mean, so there's still a long way to go. Great what we're doing right now, 3 wins, but there will be a tough times ahead as well. So it's how we react after that.
Bumps in the road. We could get injuries.
So many games. Is going to be, that rough patch is inevitable.
Yeah, if you guys go look at the fixtures, the Champions League,
I've seen that one, mate.
Premier League in October, November. It's gonna be crazy.
Bro.
But
You know, the biggest thing I would say about Liverpool, the question you asked about the number 6, I think definitely you need physicality and you're going to need something. At this moment in time, every game you've controlled, you've scored first, no one goes against, everything's going incredible. But football, trust me, 2 weeks, like 3 weeks, it's like a lifetime in football, man. It can all change and switch up. And I think what Anton was saying is that how you react after going down, after being 2-0 down, can you recover? Because the level of energy you have to exert, the level of pressure and tension there is.
Yes.
When everything's going fine, it's amazing. You know, you can be very controlled and method. But for me, it's about Arne Slot is that you'll find, and I think some of your fans will have to be patient with him because he's still getting to know the players as well. He doesn't know these players.
And he doesn't, and the league as well, and the league.
Yeah, and the league, yeah. And the league. The start is incredible. Don't get it twisted. The start is absolutely, it's incredible. But like it can all go pear-shaped. And football is the biggest. Football is a humbler. Life's the biggest humbler, but football is a humbler.
100%. He's still got experience. He's still got experience. The FA Cups when you played against them low league teams.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it's a cold night. You're like, shit, I don't really. Oh, this is too much.
Yeah, I don't know if I like this.
This is different, mate.
It's not even that. But it's not even that. The biggest thing now is that he's had pre-season, and then every game he's had week to prepare the team. So to see the game plan. So when you've got 3 games a week, how are you gonna have? You're not gonna have.
That's why I said the cup games when it comes in.
Exactly. You're gonna have one way of the team, like the fundamentals, something that they can fall back on. But he'll have to do it while he's watching the game. He'll have to tweak here, tweak there, do this, react to things. So that's the thing. When all's well, when you've got a week with Ten Hag, you can give the man 10 years, bro. The system, the way
he's terrible, man. I'm sorry.
I've never seen a better deflector than anyone in my whole entire life. This guy deflects, bro.
Everything.
That was his Jose, though. Anton, that was his Jose. Remember Jose? Jose, it was Jamie Jackson, actually. He lives in Manchester. He writes for The Guardian. Jose, as he walked out, he went, 3.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Respect.
So that was his. So anytime now he gets think about his system, anybody questions about his system. We won much. We after City, I've won the most.
Bro, that reporter, he had everything down to a T. If you had what he said, it was so corrective. Everything he said, and this guy come with deflection. Whatever, every cop, and I'm not Harry Potter, and I'm like, wow.
So the thing is,
he should be working in Westminster, bro, as a politician, bro.
See, the thing is,
so I guess most of you here want Ten Hag to get 10-year contract.
Oh yes, come on, man.
No, man, here's what you do. Here's what you do with Ten Hag, right? You give him a 15-year contract with the option of 5 years on added on top of that. No, but you know what it is, and you know what it is. When you look at sort of like obviously Slot's doing brilliant at the moment. Do you know what I mean? At this present moment. Now, I would tell you at the end of the day that I'm probably still not a Slot fan. Do you know what I mean? These guys know I'm not a Slot fan because personally I didn't think he had the experience to sort of take over Liverpool. So I'm giving him a season to see what he does. Do you know what I mean? And then I can sort of like make my kind of like opinions, more stronger opinions. But basically, and then when it comes to the 6, we still need a 6 because that creates balance with the team. Every team needs balance. Do you know what I mean? What it is at the day, sort of like you got people like Gavin Birch, you got people like Szoboszlai, even McAllister, right? They're doing brilliant at the moment, but that's not their natural position. Do you know what I mean?
No,
their natural position that's probably more high up the field, carrying that ball, linking up with the front man, and so forth. They can do the job, but it's not their natural position. Now, the only snag with that is at the day is that you're doing 2 jobs, necessarily doing 2 jobs, and that's the quickest way to get burnt out. And you'll see the difference when you put a 6 inside there to what can happen. It makes the team even more better. Do you know what I mean? It adds a balance to the team. Now, I was saying with the guys, in relation to Man United, I was saying with the guys, listen, what it is with Man United, yeah, we've been through the same thing as what Man United is going through now, yeah? And it's going to take some time before you get back to where you feel that you want to get back to. It's going to take time. It may take 5 years, it may take 10 years, it may take 15, or it may take 20, but it's going to take time. There's no
Hopefully
easy
20.
fix. No, but
Hopefully 20.
what I'm trying to say is there's no easy fix to this. Because remember, before, like, obviously Ferguson won his first title, it was literally 27 years before you won a title. 27 years. We went through a drought and a day of 30 years before we won a title. But the most important thing I would say to a Man United fan, this is me being a football fan, the most important thing I would say to a Man United fan is to tick over. Pick up your League Cups, pick up your FA Cups, your UEFA Cups or Europa Cups. Pick up what you can pick up, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And chug along. You're going to have some days at the day where it stinks. It stinks more than what it stunk on Sunday. You know what I mean? It stinks what it was on Sunday. But you just got to pick up and you got to soldier on. Do you know what I mean? Yeah.
Thanks.
And that's what it is with the situation today. Ten Hag may not be the man, but then again, he may be the man that might solidify.
He is the man. He is the man, Ross. We talking about.
Leave him alone,
Hold
man.
on.
Leave him alone.
No, I'm just saying he may not be the man, yeah. But then again, he may be the man that puts a little bit of balance with you, to your team, yeah. And then a next manager comes in and picks up from there. Do you know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say to you today, right, there's no easy fix to this problem that you have at Man United. There's no easy fix.
It shows. I mean, look at the amount of money they spent. It's not.
That's what I'm trying to say. When we get rid of, that's what I'm saying. When we get rid of Ten Hag, because I know a lot of like obviously the Man United fans don't want Ten Hag, yeah, right. When we get rid of Ten Hag and get another manager in, yeah, there's still going to be no easy fix. It's not going to happen overnight. It could take you 5, 10, 15, or 20 years. But when that situation happens, sorry,
I accept that. But the problem is that he's very unique. Honestly, no word of a lie. If we had Arne Slot, I would be thinking I'm better future because I know what Arne Slot football is. I watch Feyenoord in the Champions League, and I know how he's going to play. Like with Erik Ten Hag, like I said to you, his system does not work in the Premier League. It might work for Helter Skelter, like like the way you came with Klopp to the FA Cup game, where everything's all going crazy. There's no control to the game. It's just gone, like two boxers slugging it out. We might fluke it. We might fluke the odd cup here and then. But for me, it's not even about winning league. Like I want to build a team. I want to give a coach, a training ground coach, to build and improve players within 6 months. I'm willing to back that manager for 2 seasons, regardless of results, regardless where we are. Because show me the football first. Show me that you can coach first. Show me that you can improve players first, right? And that you don't need to spend 600 million or 500 million. Show me those things first, and then show me that a system that the players can buy into. And I'm one of these, when United fans sing this, I'm one of the lucky, fortunate enough. I was a kid when United won the league. I was a kid, you know what I mean? And I was like 27 years since we won. Wow, you know what I mean? I was a child, like a small child. And I remember watching that and going, wow, we won the league. You know what I mean? I remember everybody going berserk about that. Steve Bruce 2 headers in the 97th minute, against Sheffield Wednesday. So when we sing the song, I've been lucky enough to see Manchester United lift every trophy there is in my lifetime. And I've gone out and celebrated. I've never celebrated the League Cup, even when we beat you. even when
FA Cup, wasn't it?
No.
League Cup. Gerrard, I think Gerrard scored, didn't he?
Yeah. When you beat us, like I never got down. Like when we win a League Cup, I never get down. And I've never celebrated the Europa League. I celebrate FA Cups, league titles, and the Champions League. Mainly for me, league titles. I celebrate league titles because that shows for 38 games where you are. That is where you are. That's how you judge a team. Like not winning a cup where there's knockout football, you can carry certain luck because there's a certain number of games, right? So for me, I just see it with everything. I'm willing to be patient, but I want to see football. And for the past 12 years, I've seen shit football and more shit football and more
Stop
shit
it.
football.
Stop it.
I swear to God, I can't go to the stadium and watch. And the only guy that I regret not giving more time to was Van Gaal. That's the only guy out of all the managers. He's the only guy I regret. Because we came to Anfield and absolutely bossed you up the ball, red card or no red card. Whether Gerrard was on the pitch or not, that is the best performance I have ever seen in my lifetime from a Manchester United team. Not because we won the game, even if we lost the game, the best performance I have ever seen of a Manchester United team at Anfield. Never am I ever going to see that ever again.
So where do you think it went wrong for Van Gaal?
Hold on. Let me get the chats in. The chats have been waiting quite patiently. Steve, they're coming. The questions are coming now, Steve. Don't worry. Question here for Mr. Structure. Thoughts on Tuchel links, and would you take him?
No.
Why?
Just no, you know.
Straight away.
Man said no, you know.
No, because he's a cop merchant as well. He's a cop merchant.
Yeah, he is.
He will tell me the same thing. I've won cops here. He will give me the same skill. And he doesn't really improve players. He's all about like he's got this kind of old school mentality with the players as well. And then when you don't buy in the players, the club doesn't buy in the players, he loses it. So I don't want that. Yeah. I want to coach.
You're right. You're right. You know,
what we buy and what we got in-house. Yeah, whether we've got in-house, somebody who's going to coach their asses off and go, I've improved these players, these are the perimeters. And then to see that's how you build a team. Like, for me, I think United winning league and stuff like that would always be. We would always have the money to compete for big players. But we have to build the foundation of a team that the fundamentals of football, modern football specifically. And I think he's done. The guy that I wanted was De Zerbi. Because De Zerbi might not be the guy to take us to a league title or to take us to... No. I wanted him because I wanted a coach to lay down the fundamentals. So the next manager that comes after him can maybe get us there or challenge for us to challenge. Not for him to take us to win a league. No. De Zerbi does a lot of fundamental, improves just the most one-to-one coaching. There's so many things. And I don't know why Liverpool said no to him, you know. I don't know what happened, but maybe you guys can tell me.
No, because Rod was in the air.
You know what it was today? You know what it was, right? They phoned me and I said, nah, man, don't do it.
No, the issue is that what's his name? Michael Edwards didn't want another person that's strong-willed with regards to the type of players he wants.
Oh yeah.
They wanted more of a guy that
basically someone that doesn't talk that talks back to them.
Man.
He didn't want that. He didn't want that. So
what about Amarin? So what happened with Amarin?
He wanted 200 grand a week.
He wanted too much control. He wanted too much control.
Literally, they will have to spend money. They will have to spend money getting him in. And they will have to give him money on top of that.
I think, Uncle, I don't think it's just about the money, guys. I don't think it's just about the money. I think it was to do with he wants to be a manager. He doesn't want to be a head coach as well. So he wanted like control in some way, you know what I mean? Because he could develop youth and he could, go and buy players at the same time. That's what he wanted. And then, the gang, that the mafia is in charge now. So they said, nope, we're in charge of the financial side and everything else, the transfers. We just want you to be a head coach. And he said, oh, so do you guys. I'm going back to, Sporting. So
what? That was a part of it. That was a part of it. I'm not denying that. But a massive part of it was the money. Because if he said, all right, then you know what, I'll be a head coach, but I still need this money, right? They would have told him to on your bike. They would have said on your bike. Yeah. They don't like spending that money. When they went to
that's why Ancelotti left, didn't it?
Yeah, when they went to Arnie Slot, and Arnie Slot was like 9 million and 2 million for his coaching staff to sort of like to comparison of 20 million, do you know what I mean? All in, do you know what I mean? And then still money on top of that to get players. We just said, well, look, we'll go to Arnie.
Nuruddin, before you go, are you guys like with your football club? Are you willing to rip up everything and just start again? It might take you like a few years, bro. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at your manager. psychologically, he's never going to motivate those players again. Never going to happen. Let's just put it that way. If you can't make players run on the pitch and do their basics of their jobs, then you might as well just say goodbye to him right now. Are you willing to rip apart everything and start from zero to go back up again? Because that's how I see your football club should be going instead of spending a lot of money at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, listen, and we're still owned by it. The bigger shareholders are still the Glazers. So I always said I'll take a relegation to get rid of the Glazers, innit? I've always said, like, I'm happy to take a relegation. Like, when I told people this, I told, like, Nora Beats and Fauzi, I told them last time, I said, imagine Gillette and Hicks being in control of your football club for 20 years now. Just let that sink in here. Gillette and Hicks. Like that's what the Glazers have done. So, for me, it's the decision making. It's also Fergie as well. I blame Fergie, but I understand his ego. But then I'm like, why would he do that to us? Because no way if you're leaving would you have ever picked David Moyes. It's the equivalent. Let me just say, it's the equivalent. Listen, it's the equivalent of Jurgen Klopp being there for 20 odd years, winning 13 league titles, 2 European Cups, and then saying, I think Sean Dyche should replace me.
Yeah.
It's true, you know. Thinking about that. It's true. It is true. It is.
We've never recovered from that. We're still feeling the ricochet effects of that decision. We gave him a 7-year contract.
Wow.
The bankers gave him a 7-year contract, and we only stopped paying him maybe 2 years ago. I think 2 and a bit years ago we stopped paying him. We were paying him in it still because we sacked him after 7 months. Gave the man 7-year contract, and we sacked him after 7 months. So we're still ricocheting from decision, from bad decision. Listen, at the end of the day, I'm willing to go down for us to come back up. We went back in the 70s, Doherty. He brought us back up. You know what I mean? We stopped your great team, one of your greatest teams in the 70s, from doing that.
Please don't, man.
You know what I mean? Lou Macari, I meet that guy. He's a good guy, actually. He does a lot of work helping the homeless. But Lou Macari scored that winner to make sure that we were the first to do the treble. You know what I mean?
We did the treble. We did it. We did it first, man.
On the Joe Bacon.
The League Cup, innit? The League Cup, you know?
Nah, you did a fake treble. That's not a real treble, man. It's like people saying the Charity Shield is a joke.
You know what it is? You know what it is? You know what it is that day, Noria? I gave you props on him for that.
Can you see that?
No, let me take it back, you know. No, let me take it back, you know.
Nah, listen. I have to leave you guys with something. We're still Manchester United, but imagine Liverpool being owned by Gillette and Hicks, the guys that nearly bankrupted your club.
Yeah.
And look, 19 years, we still got 550 million debt.
Michael Knighton.
Listen, that 550 million in debt, we've paid 1.2 billion in interest. If you had that money, if you were not in that debt, we would have a new stadium, 100-year stadium already. And then we paid out.
Well, if you had a new stadium, what about Old Trafford, man? It'd be New Trafford, isn't it?
No. Trafford Waters.
More Trafford.
By the way, I've got massive, like, a lot of my cousins are big Liverpool fans, innit? I went to the University of Liverpool. You know,
hey, them are Wallalos.
Yeah. They are Wallalos. Listen, the Wallalos are big, man. And they're such a diehard Liverpool. The stuff they sent me. I have to leave the Liverpool game. I have to leave a couple of WhatsApp groups, a couple of Facebook groups. I have to leave for 3 weeks and then come back because it's too much. It's too much.
You take a 3-week sabbatical.
It's too much, but listen, back to what it is. And I always say, when the fixtures come out, I look at Liverpool at home, Liverpool away. And that's how it is. And for me, when people talk about Man City, they could win 3 trebles. Ain't nobody listening to them.
No.
Fake.
Listen,
All fake.
6 fans are the blind dog, mate. That's who supports them. A majority of them are from Stockport, if you know Manchester.
Yeah.
So, for me, the rivalry will be there. I understand about picking up trophies because I think, are you one ahead at the moment?
One ahead.
One or two.
One ahead.
Yeah, you're one ahead. You're just one up.
69, so, you've got 68.
So at the end of the day, we just keep moving. But I need a coach that can coach the players. And I thought De Zerbi would. He's a bit of a hothead. But I also kind of think we needed a character with a bit of charisma and hot-headedness because we've had too much time. Jose was too hot-headed, but shit football way. If Jose played good football, I would take all that comes with him. But the football was horrendous. And De Zerbi, I felt somebody who could at least a season or two lay down the fundamentals. He's not a long-term guy. He's not a guy who's going to take us to a league, but he's a guy to lay down the fundamentals of modern football. Yeah. So other coaches can come and have a base.
And build on that, innit? Build on it, innit? Just build on it and take it to next level.
Yeah.
That's
exactly. I'm realistic. I'm genuinely realistic. And I will always remind Liverpool fans, if it wasn't for Ed Woodward, Klopp would have been.
What are these Liverpool fans doing in the comments, man? They're saying they should, Man United should get this. Man. What are you doing, guys? We want him to stay in.
Listen, I'm telling you now, if it wasn't for Ed Woodward who told Klopp, this is Hollywood. Your
circus, isn't it? He says it's a circus, didn't he? He said it's a circus.
Yeah, but we could. But you could say that. Well, if you had sort of like Klopp, we could have probably got Carlo Ancelotti. You know what I mean? If they decided to spend the money, you know what I mean?
No, but FSG were never spending the money, bro.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm saying.
They went through first.
It's kind of thing,
They went through first, and he's thinking, and it was like, yeah, well, what's the policy with money? He goes, well, you have to sell to buy, and he's like, no, buy, we'll get back to you.
Yeah.
Listen, Jurgen Klopp for me, no whatever lie. Apps, if you judge everything, money to spend, money available.
Yeah.
Like if you judge everything, you look at point for point. How many times you've come second, and you would have been clear.
Of course.
If you brought the right players in, the right players in,
That's what most people don't understand. The job that Jurgen Klopp did at Liverpool is remarkable. And people go, but you only won the Champions League once. You won the league once. Listen, the times that you came second, you would have that tally of points would have been good enough to win 20 league titles in the last how many? In terms of facts.
Facts. It's big facts.
So for me, when people talk about who's the best manager in the Premier League, Jurgen Klopp, look at the hand he's dealt with.
Yeah.
Look at the hand you dealt with. You don't have the biggest stadium. You don't have the biggest revenues.
Not even the biggest players.
You don't have the biggest players. You have the big sugar daddy, right? And he had to coach his way out of it and box clever with your football structure to bring in like the Salah, the Van Dijks, the Allisons, put the piece. But before that, you took that clown goalkeeper and you took him to you went to a final with that guy. Unbelievable, man. So for me, in terms of who Jurgen Klopp was, it was remarkable. And if you would have got him at United, oh boy, people would have
money you could have had as well.
Some people would have been in trouble. But you know what? Because of the Glazers, we had a banker who said, "This is Hollywood." You know, guys, they said, "This is the history of Liverpool. This is the city. This is the fans." And he was like, "Okay,
this is my club."
Listen, enjoy them. Listen, I'll take it any day because at the end of the day, it is part of football. You have to give and take. For me, I say, under Ten Hag, he gave us a couple of lessons, a couple of nosebleeds. Under Ollie as well. One day we will have a coach.
One day. No.
That will prevent these things. And if we know each other, brothers, I can't wait to be back on here.
Nuruddin, before you go.
I'm always going to be following you, man. I'm always going to be following you lot. I'm always going to be following you lot and that, so you will know me. Because I'll subscribe to your channels and that. I'm always going to be watching your content because like
Nuruddin,
you have some brilliant content, man. Stay blessed.
Nuruddin,
before you go, one last question and you can leave with this one.
Oh no.
After the great performance by Casemiro, LFC don't need a DM. He's saying,
yeah, 100%. Listen, at the end of the day, it's the game plan, isn't it? And you know what? Casemiro is a great player, but I can't blame any of our players because the game plan is totally. They cannot do it. He doesn't recognize it. He doesn't give a damn. All he says, trophies.
Don't you think Casemiro's lost it though a little bit?
No, he has. But you're supposed to protect players like that. You're supposed to get legs around him. You're supposed to have not leave him in open wide spaces. We play open wide spaces football. You can't do that. Love and light, people. Take care.
Take care,
brother, man. Thanks for coming on,
Appreciate
yeah. Big up, brother.
Knows his football, guys. He knows his
Yeah,
football.
man.
Listen, he did a show earlier on, yeah. And if you guys can go back and watch that show, like the Man Dem show, and they were just spitting facts, and most of all, it was like, you know, obviously Nori that was spitting pure facts and everything. That trust me, I was glued to it. I was glued to it. I couldn't take my eyes off because it was so.
It was brilliant.
Good.
Thanks for phoning me. I loved it. I really loved it. Man.
Even the chat he had on here, he was accurate.
You had to listen in it, and you had to listen in it. You couldn't
accurate on all accounts, and not because the things he was saying, and because of the coaching, you could see there's coaching in there. You can see the words that are coming out. He knows his shit. It wasn't. He's not just an armchair fan who just listens to the what the grapevine say and then goes with it. He had his own analogy about things as well.
Expect more. We're gonna have a lot of them coming on here doing things for us.
I mean, I just enjoy listening.
Sorry. So one last thing in relation to him. Yeah. You know when I realized at the end of the day that he's a real fan is when he said at the day, right, I would take getting relegation to get my club back better again.
That's a proper fan, mate.
Yeah, proper.
Go on, Alex. What are you gonna say, bro?
Yeah, no, I said
I read the comments.
I just enjoyed like just listening to him and just like sitting back and actually just taking in what he was saying and just like, the guy knows his stuff. Top tier.
100%. You've been on his channel a few times, haven't you? You enjoyed it in there, yeah? They always take care of you.
It was really good. Like obviously a bit hostile on their mind, but it was class. It was class because the discussion was like it was obviously one-sided, but like it was impartial when it needed to be. Do you know what I mean? Like they very much took in both sides, other than just feeding the one. Do you know what I mean? Like it was very gripping for the neutral, and obviously me coming on, it was really good.
Yeah, they're brilliant, man.
Elliot could be injured. He left England, and Mac has also left Argentinian squad. Hopefully,
good.
Hopefully,
they're not injured. They're not injured, bro. They're like, you know what? Let me just kick back, man. Let me just kick back. That doesn't mean anything. This game doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah, exactly. All right, let's go into from a Liverpool perspective. Arne Slot was happy to relinquish a lot of the possession because he knew the deficiencies in Man United. Foles, I'll come to you on this one first. Yeah. What I noticed and we'll do like a dissection of it tomorrow. I'll probably release like a video on it. Yeah, that Ryan Gravenberch wasn't playing the deeper out of McAllister than him. He was a bit higher.
Yeah.
Talk to me about his performance, Gravenberch in particular.
Gravenberch, I think he was, he was, I don't know what I had to say it, but when we needed to attack, I thought Gravenberch was the one that was forcing the attack from our end. You know what I mean? He grabbed the ball a few times, and you saw the first goal he scored, Trent, the sellout goal. Who got the ball? Gravenberch. Who got the second for the first goal obviously for Diaz? Gravenberch. So when you look at Gravenberch, he's playing the same position that he played with Ajax, as I remember. It was two players, double pivot. So one goes and one stays. So him and McAllister are complementing each other in that way. So in this game, I thought McAllister stayed more deep than Gravenberch. So because like normal circumstances, you prepare for a team, don't you? Yeah. And then you think like that guy's gonna play there, so we're gonna play against him. We're gonna go put pressure on him. But we did it the other way around. We actually, fooled them. Instead of like thinking of Gravenberch being the DM, it was actually McAllister that was more deeper than him in the game. And the more times Gravenberch went forward, the more we attacked. What I like about Gravenberch, I don't know if you guys agree with me, but he reminds me of Jack Grealish. I don't know if you guys agree with me. The way he runs with the ball, the way he manipulates the ball, the way he passes the ball. You know what I mean? It's just everything's similar to him.
I haven't looked at it like that, but yeah, you can definitely see the similarity, to be fair.
Yeah, not many people see it like. I mean, but with Gravenberch, I'm not gonna put all my hopes on him playing as that in that position. We have to wait and see. I think if Zubimendi came in, I think him and Zubimendi would have been great together as well. You know what I mean? I thought, I mean, they would have actually, you know, complemented each other in that way. One would, you know, do the passing from the back. The other one would run like forward with the ball and all that stuff. But a lot of people were saying he's more of a Vieira. I don't think he's a Vieira type. You know what I mean? So the more you look at Gravenberch, the more you realize this is the type of football he should have played in the first place, instead of like the three in the middle. He plays on the left and then, you know, try to keep possession and run up and down like Soboslai. That was never going to work. Now he's got a manager that's, you know, knows him, obviously his fellow Dutchman. You know, the instructions easier to understand, if you know what I mean, guys. And now, like, you know, the best of Gravenberch is going to come out. Not only that, he had a pre-season to understand the type of football that we want to play. Last season, he came in, I think, the end of the pre-season.
Yeah.
Sorry, I meant to say not Jack Grealish. I meant to say Wilshere, the one from Arsenal. That's what I meant.
Yeah.
That's the one I meant. Forget about Grealish. My mistake. So now he's got, you know, Arne Slot next to him, and Arne Slot will understand the way he plays. As you can see, he put him back where he normally plays. And Arne Slot, from what I've seen, he's playing the players in their proper position. Like you look at Soboslai, he's playing as a number 10, and he's the one who's the outlet for us. Before, we never used to have that, like we discussed earlier. It's just the formation is easier to understand, and it's easier for the players to understand. So, you know what I mean? That's coming together. But, you know, like I said, so far, so good. Let's just wait and see what's going to happen during the season, because we could get a few injuries and things might go pear-shaped as well. But yeah, Gravenberch has been phenomenal in his normal position, man, in my opinion.
Yeah. Don't get me wrong, the chat. It was a double pivot, but as always, it's like a staggered line. Usually, one of them is a little bit deeper, so the passing lane is open to each other. They won't be on the same line usually, but it is a double pivot. Don't get me wrong.
Listen, I feel like he kept all these cards on his chest, but when he said to him, "Pull out your starting 11," everyone else assumed that, and everyone else here assumed that Gravenberch was going to be the deep lying.
It wasn't. They fooled him
getting the ball, when it was the opposite way. But he was doing. It was attacking and defending, because he looked like, it seemed like he was everywhere. Because even the commentators, he's there again. You know what I mean?
That's why I think even if we did get Zubimendi, that Gravenberch was always going to be that other double pivot, the one that's a little bit more forward. Yeah. So it's going to be interesting. But I want to come to Uncle on this one. Even though it looked like McAllister wasn't, like, in an attacking sense shining, he was fundamental in actually controlling United in those areas. He would be the one that's like putting out those fires before he even starts. Talk to me about his performance.
Yeah. He's obviously he slipped up a few times, but nothing too drastic. Do you know what I mean? You see what you get with McAllister, you get 100% commitment. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. He will defend. He will go forward. He will do everything that. He will do everything in the day that you want him to do. He's just that sort of player, and he can do it. He can defend. He can go forward. He can be a playmaker. Do you know what I mean? So it was very easy decision to say, right, you know what, Gravs, you're gonna go spend probably most of your time going forward. But I do want to come back, but McAllister's gonna do the main defending. Do you know what I mean? And then what will happen in the next game? It will just be changed. Do you know what I mean? It's the ability to have that change. But with McAllister, you know what you get from him. It's just so much commitment. Do you know what I mean? And when he does make a mistake, you cannot almost forgive him straight away. Do you know what I mean? Because you know at the end of the day, well, he's going to make up for that. He probably set up a goal or something like that. Do you know what I mean? Because look how he buoyed off Manu. He just buoyed him off. So I think, Brennan, where I go? You know what I mean? He's like one of them ones, isn't it? He
chiefed him up, man. He chiefed him up. I like Manu.
You know when he was at school,
I like him. He's a good little footballer, man. You know what I mean? When he got chiefed up, I felt bad for him. I was like, nah, fuck him.
Nah, I didn't feel bad for him. You know what it was? You know when he was at school,
he's banging that scab.
And he was the first year in school, right? And then there's a fifth year, and they boy you up, boy you off in there, boy you off for your dinner ticket or lunch money or something. Yeah, that's the one. That is the one. That is the one. I want that picture. But you know what I mean? He's just like, he's like ability to do this sort of thing. Like to say to sort of like come in and listen, at the end of the day, you may be a good young talent, but you're not at this level yet. Sure, sort of that. Yeah. You're not at this level yet, yeah? You're not at this level. And that's what he does. And this is what you get with McAllister. He's a very important player to our team. And trust me, if anyhow we pulled off the impossible by getting Caicedo and McAllister in midfield,
it would have been like
that would have been all over. That would have been all over. I'm telling you, we would have probably been on our way to another title. Yeah. You know what I mean? So early. You know what I mean? But you just get 100% commitment from him. Love to pay out. Long way.
He's our connector.
He's the one.
Like our Chevy. Yeah. Like I was saying before.
He's the one that's going to sort of like create sanity to the midfield. Right?
I said it to your uncle, I said I'm worried about this summer because, Real Madrid will need a replacement for Modric in it, and that could be McAllister. And like I said, FSG better do something. Yeah, you better do something because I can see them coming for McAllister, man.
Well, if they want him at the end of the day, right? I will say to Madrid, yeah, if you want him, I want 180 million. I want 180 million because I know at the end of the day I could just rebuild my team with 180 million. Do you know what I mean? I'll be sorry to see him go. Don't get me wrong. I will be sorry to see him go, and I want him to go. But like, if he's gonna go, you're gonna pay me 180 million, and I don't want it in installments. I want cash up front.
I want money up front.
You know what I mean?
They'll never do that. That's for sure.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to say. So what you got to do in them situations?
Lay the low down.
You lay the low down. That's true, and you got to make it impossible for them to do it. You know what I mean? Make them an offer at the end of the day that they can refuse. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So but McAllister, spot on, mate. He's just quality. He's just oozing quality, and 100%. You know what? We got him for 35 million. 35 million.
No. Crazy.
That's mad. That is crazy. But this is the question. Beginning of the season, a lot of talk about this player being replaced already. This player was being, in my view, disregarded and disrespected. However, he won in this match all of his duels, 100% on the ground, 100% in the air. Alid, talk to me about the mountain Ibrahima Konate.
Oof. Solid, brother. Solid, mate. It's just, a lot of people, doubt him. A lot of people going against the grain with him.
Me, I doubt him.
But this is, Ibu he is class. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I've always thought he's, being in the ground. Sometimes when I watch him, like, everyone loves him in there. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, everyone is like, Ibu. Like, sometimes it would do my head in when he'd like take a shot from 50 yards out and it's sky and I'd be like, like, what are you doing, bro? Like, you know what I mean? Like, everyone's gonna go Ibu, and it's like, oh mate, come on. But like, no, look, he stepped up to the plate. I think like you definitely need that, and I think when you win one deal, win a few deals, you get those small little wins. It just breeds that confidence. And to be fair, he dealt with that well. When you get that surge of confidence, it's easy to be a little bit rash. Maybe take your eye off the ball and just try and play a pass you wouldn't usually play when you're composed. But to be fair to him, all credit there. He was exceptional in the way that he played on and off the ball. And when you're winning your duels as well, he's winning them off the ball, but it's just his overall positioning. he's very he's there in the right place at the right time, and that's by no coincidence. That is just a player who's just has read the game so well. So massive respect.
Hey, there's a quick thing, right? Do you remember that game, right? We were playing Man United. Do you remember he did what Konate did to Fred? Do you remember that?
He picked him up, did he?
God, you're so evil,
Oh yeah. I
Oh,
remember.
God,
Was
that was
Fred
evil.
was in year 11.
That was evil, bro.
Listen, Fred, you know Fred, right? Fred's a big man to him, you know. Fred's a big man to him. And he just picked him. I said, we game, man.
They do have out of here.
Like a child, like he just boiled him off, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was number
He should have
number one.
he should have got suspended for that, you know. He should have got suspended for that, you know.
I have to admit, Kanate was the business on Sunday, and I think it's the omission from the French team in Euros, man. I think they'll kick up the arse and say, look, this is what there's frailties in your game, and we can all see it. Sometimes he was sometimes a bit too rash or not switched on. Now I'm seeing him not rash. Now I'm seeing him switched on. You understand? So I think it's cascaded to him now. You see that there's so many factors. If I was a footballer and my game wasn't the best, all I have to do is go online, pair the cusses. Sometimes you've got to go for the cusses. Let's tweak my game a bit. You know what I mean? Yeah. And then change it, and maybe I can get better. And that's what it's as simple as that, man. It's just and said, you know what, I can do it.
Do you know what? With Ibu as well, he was just so efficient when he just the way, like, there was no messing about. There was no
gimmicks. There was no gimmicks with him.
It was like, that's my decision. I'm going for it, and he was just efficient, precise, and just no messing about.
One of our best players on Sunday was.
You know with Ibu, I think this season is his season because he's lost. Not only Liverpool fans have lost hope in his because he's always injured. I think he lost his France place as well, isn't it? Like
he did. Not Sobos. I mean, Saliba's taken his place, isn't it? So I think now going forward, expect Ibu to be available more than usual. Because I think even with injuries, he will probably say, I want to be in because I need to get my place back. Not only Liverpool, France as well. So, but you know what, Ibu and Van Dijk that's what we want him to do.
Yeah.
Curtis Jones.
You know, with Ibu and Van Dijk at the back, like in the important games, I'm confident. I don't know about you guys. I'm always confident when them two play together because them two are solid as.
That's what I mean. Like,
I mean, and there ain't going to be a lot of mistakes when them two play together either because they will win their duels. You know what I mean? And I just hope like he stays fit this season more than I got a feeling compared to the Klopp days. I think the players will stay more fit now because I don't think this manager puts them as much as pressure as Klopp.
You're right.
You know, with Klopp, you have to do the marathon, innit?
Rock and roll football.
You have to be Mo Farah with Klopp. You know what I mean? That's what you got to be.
I was saying to Anton on because we done a watch on the other day, and I was saying to Anton one thing. We have to, we're going to notice, and we have to be okay with, is that Slot is not going to want a high-scoring game. We're not going to have, there's not going to be no high-scoring games like 5, 6, and maybe 7. Do you understand what I'm saying? What Slot wants to do, we'll call it Klopp then. What Slot wants to do is like get the points. He just wants to get the job done. Yes. You know what I mean? Once he gets the job done, if there's any bonuses on top of that, well then we'll take it. Other than that, the main thing is get the job done. So really and truly, they're not going to go like gun ho and try and score this and score that. They're just going to get the job done, and I could be okay with that. I can literally be okay with that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Do you know what? It's like what Fozzie said. Winning ugly. I mean, you need to win ugly to do big things this season. Do you know what I mean? Like you're going to have games where you're going to be, playing incredible football. You're going to have games where. You're going to play the most scrappiest football, but you just need to get the job done because people only judge you on results. Do you know what I mean? Like they only judge you on if you're picking up 3 points or not.
That's facts. That's big facts. It's you know what it is, and as I say, and I've always said this: football is a results game. Simple as that.
100%.
I think the difference between we'll feel it more. In cup games, Champions League games.
Yeah, you're proving it, innit?
Where exactly. But where I think Klopp, for example, when we were 3-0 down against Barca, I think Arne Slot will probably struggle to come back from a deficit like that.
Yeah.
Because he's so much into the control where Klopp will just ride everyone's emotion.
As you can see,
you just go for it.
Not so much in the control. He will allow you to feel that you're in control and set traps.
Yeah, I hear that.
I don't think get back for 3-0. I don't know about for 3-0, but I don't think you will allow 3 goals to go in.
Yeah,
No.
that's the
He'll
thing.
change.
Yeah,
He'll
exactly.
change. He'll change.
Yeah,
He'll
yeah,
change.
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think
yeah.
you allow 3 goals to go
Yeah.
in. One or
Exactly.
two, say, you know what? Look,
Yeah.
needs to change. Something needs to change. A bit
Yeah.
more defensive. We're
Yeah,
away from
yeah.
home. Let's just
For me,
keep it 2-0.
Yeah,
Try
yeah.
and take after.
for me, he's primed. I think he's primed for like league results. League results where you've
Yeah.
got a different team every week. He can what is it? I think finally get us that.
Yeah.
Like
We don't have to play good. We don't have to play
yeah,
good.
you don't have to play good.
It looks like that too. It does look like that too.
Yeah. Where you
Yeah,
just
go back,
you
Sunday
grind
game.
out the results. You just grind them out.
Yeah,
It wasn't about that
Yeah.
Sunday game, as Thingy said, as the other guy said, the traps and things like that, and we had more control, but it made you feel like they had more control, but you wasn't getting anywhere.
No, they kept possession better, but they didn't get
Yeah.
anywhere with it, did they? But
No,
what I
no,
like
no.
about us the most, like I said,
You know,
we won the ball up the field. You know what I mean, we didn't. The reason we didn't concede a lot of chances because we won the ball up there. We didn't win the
without knowing them, both of the
Yeah.
managers, you can see who's more humble, who's more arrogant out of the two.
Yeah.
You can
Anton,
see.
it's like I always, Anton, it's like I always say.
Ten Hag is arrogant. You can see that. So obviously he knows him from these times. He's like, you know what?
Yeah.
I know what you're gonna do. You're gonna do this.
Yeah.
You're gonna do that.
And I could be,
And
I
bam,
could
it was
be a better record, didn't it?
Bam, he did that.
Guys, we've got to chat. Like we've got to read because a lot of questions have been asked. So
No,
I know, yeah. Get in the chat, get in the chat.
Yeah, Edward says, "Is this on every night? Every other night. Every other night. We're gonna start doing it on a regular basis. So yeah, just come on and see. But just hit that notification bell. It will alert you every single time we come on.
Facts.
Yeah, so don't worry about that.
Father Nerve Beats, man. That's got a ring to it, you know. That's got a ring to it, you know. Father Nerve Beats has got a ring to it.
Solo says Solo P1. Please go and subscribe to Solo P1. Great content creator.
Make sure.
I'm confused why Saliba got nominated for Ballon d'Or and not Van Dijk. What did Saliba win? I have no idea. You know what I mean? Football is heading towards that direction.
He won respect.
Yeah, that's what
he won respect, and he got in the French team.
Well, we don't care, man. Look,
he's not going to win anyway. So what's the point?
Yeah. Liverpool, I don't give a damn.
He ain't coming second like our guy.
Yeah. It doesn't matter whether he wins Ballon d'Or or whatever, as long as he's doing the job for us. And that's what I care about. And whatever Ballon d'Or is always biased. He should have won it that time.
Yeah.
When
let's look at it when Van Dijk comes second. You know, we all know.
Exactly.
We all know.
Exactly.
100%, bro. Steve says to the panel, the style of football Linders, the fraud, tried to play with Klopp team from 2022 and failed miserably. Arnie is tier 1 coach 9, I think it's a coach 9 or something.
Yeah.
Linders is tier 3. Yeah, listen, I've always said that about Linders. Linders is one of those guys that always wanted to be a manager, you know what I mean? And he wasn't like shy about it. And the club just gave him, you know, the platform to do that, what he was doing. I mean, he got a book out. I mean, like he made it as a manager or something like that. And he just took over for Bubic, who set the foundations, in my opinion. And I'm always going to be a fan. I'm always going to be a Bubic guy. If Bubic was still here, I honestly think Klopp would have been here still. I honestly think that.
Oh, yeah.
Because, you know, like...
I think Bubic knew about the FSG. He was like, you know, I can't take this shit, bro. I'm gone.
No, but I honestly think that. Because, you know, with Bubic, guys, he was a calm influence on Klopp. You know what I mean? He would have said, mates, just sit down and relax. You've got the best fans in the world around you. You know what I mean? You've got the best club for you that's made for you. I mean, he would have said things like that to him. The other way with Linders, he would have said, yeah, let's go. I mean, let's take the whole coaching stuff with us. Let's get out of here, man. I mean, just for his own benefit. Now, who's got all those coaches in his team right now in Salzburg? He's got the whole coaching staff from Liverpool at Salzburg. So there you go, man. There you go, people, man.
You know what? Like, just to give you the other part of Linders. I mean, Linders, it's like a guy that's in love with the game of football, and you can see he's infatuated by it, and he's engrossed by it. And someone like him, I think, can speak to you for hours. Like, I bet you could meet him in a see him in a coffee shop, ask him about formations, and he'll be happy to go through with it with you. And that's why probably Klopp started to like him. Why? Because he was someone that just showed
Yeah,
interest.
he actually said that. Klopp, didn't he? Klopp actually said that. Actually, them actual words. He really
Is
loves
it?
it. Loves his stuff. Yeah, he actually said that.
Wicked.
Yeah,
I've heard him say that on
like
my.
you always part in his sleep, like, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I like Pep Linders. I mean, I didn't like obviously what he
Yeah,
done.
I didn't mind him. I quite like him.
Yeah, I didn't like what he done with the book, but I did like his because I actually thought at the end of the day that number one, he actually loves football and he had Liverpool in his heart. He wanted the best for Liverpool. He just wanted the best for Liverpool.
Yeah,
And like,
I definitely
Klopp,
got that from.
yeah, and Klopp literally helped him do that because like even towards obviously at the end, you know, when they asked him about Klopp, he got so emotional that he couldn't. He kind of broke down.
That one, man.
Yeah, he kind of broke down and said, "Look, listen, this guy." He goes, "I am what I am because of this guy." You know what I mean? So he's very humble in some way to say, "Look, I'm going to give credit to where credit is due." You know what I mean? I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this guy here. Do you know what I mean? So I actually didn't mind. But yes, I did mind what he did with the book and all that. But I actually
that should never have been released.
Yeah,
that's at the end of the career kind of thing.
Yeah. No, I think if you did the quad, release it. But kind of like.
Yeah, I know. I did get that impression.
Yeah, you guys forgetting he gave the tactics away in a show on YouTube.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what I'm saying. These kind of things should never happen, man. Buvac would never do things like that.
doing it as well, isn't it?
Yeah, but Arnie, exactly.
I think someone needs to talk to him. I think someone needs to talk to him. I don't think he's been trained. You know what I mean? He doesn't understand the English press will take anything off you. You know what I mean?
But I think he's a bit like Linders. He likes the game and he just wants to. Like
answer the question straight up. You tell he loves the game. He said he's been studying Pep and that for time.
Yeah.
Time.
I'm just thinking today. So you know those Dutch people that they like they mess with the chill out, don't they? They mess around with the chill out. So stop the chill out.
Bro, they got the weed over there, man. They got the weed over there, man.
I was gonna say that.
They got the Amsterdamish over there.
I wasn't gonna say it like that. That's why I said the chill out. You know what I mean?
Oh, sorry.
Get more PG. You know what I mean? You know, it's more PG. But Holland is a nice place. Though. It's a really lovely place.
Let's move it on. Second half. We saw McAllister win. We went on a quick counter. Salah scores. Anton. They're saying he's the 5th highest scorer at Old Trafford. Oh, Salah, talk to us.
Say that again.
He's the 5th highest goal scorer, including United players, by the way. He's just behind.
Including Man United players. Can you believe that?
He's got more than Garnacho. He's got more than Ahmad. He's got more than.
That is evil, you know, guys. That's not
that
nice.
Is, man.
Remember,
shit.
I said the other day,
I'm crying, I'm crying. Imagine the Liverpool. Sorry, I'm gonna let you talk. Just give me 20 seconds, right? Imagine that day a Liverpool player being the 5th highest goal scorer at Old Trafford, you know. And you know what? They've had to rename Old Trafford to Mo Trafford. You know that, innit?
Yeah.
It's called Mo Trafford now. Oh my word, that's a violation, you know. They got violated. Sorry,
man. Soon as Salah is about to leave Liverpool that day, I guarantee millions of them are gonna come out. They're gonna carry him like a pharaoh. We'll take you. We'll take you to the airport, mate. We'll take you. They put him on like that. We'll take you, man. And they'll tickle his feet as well.
They'll tickle his feet. Yeah, pause on that one. Pause.
Everything you want, man. Anything
big pause on that one. Mo Trafford. Yes, mate.
Oh, yes. High, is it real? For real? 5th high.
Yes, they call it Mo Trafford now. Do you know what today, right? I reckon, right, his wife doesn't have to pay for shopping in Liverpool. Like when she goes to check out with her shopping, they say, go through, you're good. Do you know what I mean? They'll have to pay for nothing, man. Yeah. Oh, mate.
I want to respond to that comment. I don't hate Pep Linders. I'm just telling you how it is. You know what I mean? He shouldn't have given away our secrets. That's the whole point I'm trying to make. After those secrets were given away, was our club the same?
Yeah. You don't show your cards until you've won.
Hang on, Anton.
Yeah. After he gave our secrets away, was our club the same? It wasn't. That's the whole point I'm making, guys. You know what I mean? You got to look back before you start, thinking I'm saying something negative. He could have kept his mouth shut. Then, then we probably would have won more. But he gave our tactics away. He gave the secrets away, and that's what happened next. I mean, we haven't won since then. So you got to think about it that way, guys.
Yeah.
Here it is.
We've all gone, man. Where have we gone?
I'm going to take a picture of it now. No, put it back. Oh, no.
That's ridiculous.
No.
That's a ridiculous
No.
Oh my god. Stop it. Take it off.
Oh my gosh.
Oi, I want that picture as well, You got to send that picture to me as well.
I'll take it all.
Seriously, there's 2 pictures you got for me there.
You got to be honest about Mo, guys. Like, he's incredible, man. I know me and Anton had a back and forth argument about him and Henry and that stuff, but I still stand by it. I've never seen a player like this in the Premier League, and give me a player that actually scored as much as he's done and assisted as much as he's done from the right wing. Then I'll put my hat down, I'll put my microphone down, and I'll do the Undertaker. I'll just walk away. You know what I mean? So like, if you had, can you imagine if he had a free role? Like if he could have just been whatever he wanted on the pitch, how many goals he could have added on top of what he's already got? Do you get what I'm saying, guys? So he's only scoring from one side of the pitch, not a free role. You know what I mean? That's what I'm going to tell you guys. It's incredible.
Fuzzy, don't you think he's actually doing that now, though? Because I've noticed something different to his game. Like Salah, I noticed something.
He still plays from the right, but now and again he goes inside. Yeah,
he's drifting in more now. He's drifting in more to the centre now than what he did before. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying he still plays on the right. Do you know what I mean?
Trent is back out wide. That's why.
Yeah, but I've seen him in the last couple of games. Even in pre-season, I've noticed that he's drifting more into the centre.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So he's spending quite a bit of time in the centre, picking up the ball, and either laying it off or having a shot. Because that goal he scored the other day against Man United, that was from the centre. He received the ball and just banged it at the same time. It wasn't like he ran down the right and obviously curled it or whatever, like he usually does, which is effective. But I think he's added to his game, not only just the assists, he's added more like drifting into the centre. So is Luis Diaz. Luis Diaz is doing the same thing. Do
you know why, Uncle Rods? It's because they've got a striker that could interchange with them. You know what I mean? Jota can play on the right, Jota can play on the left, so it's easier for them to drift in whenever they want.
He does make unselfish runs, doesn't it?
Well, yeah. Do you know what? Jota against Brentford, I think, like when I seen it as well, like the unselfishness with that guy, man, in that game, and then in a few games that I've seen as well, like he is that man that I think, like people said before, Jota is kind of that focal point going forward. But what I've seen is he's kind of evolved his game to kind of tire things. But yeah, like I agree with pretty much what you said there with the ankle rods as well, because I think Diaz plays a bit more inverted. But I know you're saying Salah's drifted a little bit more central. But then there was still moments in the game where he was playing out from the right, like he was picking up the ball right on the flank, and then he was like the rotations. He was kind of like interchanging with Szoboszlai, and as that was happening, he was kind of making his way more central. So he was demonstrating that versatility and that adaptability, and it was just impossible for a defense to kind of nullify that threat. You know what I mean?
The only thing I'll say about on Sunday, on Salah, one thing I was against him was he's already scored his goal. Yeah, it's when he come through. Remember when he came through?
Yeah,
I think when it was kick off by their minute, and I think Martinez made a mistake, and he took the ball and he's getting his tailors up now. Jota's made a little run. If he would have passed the ball to Jota, that would have been 4, bro.
He knew about that, didn't he? He did wave to him.
And if you see it from the other camera angle, there's the other camera. Jota was like, like that to say one pass.
Yeah. Diaz actually was in a better position for that part. I've got it here.
Diaz, I think it was Jota. Jota made the run. He looked like
I'll show it to you now.
And so if he lay it off, it would have been these guys would have hit it first time.
Yeah, I mean that's a
And
facet
I'm
to
telling you,
Saka's
if
game.
it was
Though.
art, it's going in.
Yeah, he's an incredible player. That is kind of one of the attributes that kind of makes him, but definitely is subject to a bit of criticism. It's like sometimes you get the.
All right, here.
Oh, okay.
See, if he puts in Diaz right there,
That's
Listen,
That's on the run. That's on the run.
and Jota as well. Actually, to be fair,
Well,
Jota's
for me, it's better with Jota. You know why? Because the defender is already he's already on his back foot. Yeah. If he passes that ball square, that's a first time finish.
And the thing with Jota is, Anton, he's both
left.
footed, so he didn't care where he was
would
going to go. If he's left or right.
With Diaz, it would have been more on the corner and he had to come across the goal.
Yeah,
with
that's
Jota, it's
that's
more
fact.
central. You understand?
Yeah.
So I think it would have been better if he made that pass to Jota.
Yeah.
Because you look at Delit, he's already on the front foot, so it would have took him time
That's
to turn
what I'm
around.
saying.
You look
Yeah,
at
He's following the other guy there.
At the end, if he gave it to Jota, Jota can fake a shot and pass it to Diaz, and it's easy fourth there.
Yeah, it could have been cut back again. Like it could have went to Diaz and then cut back for Jota for a little pass in to walk in.
That was the only issue that I had.
Sloboslai had a chance as well, wasn't it? Sloboslai had a.
I know. Screw it, blood.
I don't know about you guys, but I almost threw my remote at the TV because I was thinking, what are you doing, bro? This is not muck about football. Step on their necks.
Street football, It's like street football.
We wanted killed.
Yeah.
He wanted to caress them.
That would have been a perfect. You know
just
what?
That would have been a perfect goal. Bruno's
it would have.
I know, innit? You know what?
Here's a question.
Go, sorry, Kevin.
Yo, here's a question to the panel, yeah? And anyone can answer. What does success look like? Anfield Rock. What's ideally what is a successful season this year in your opinion? Is silverware essential?
Not really
Anyone
for
can
me.
take that.
Not really for me.
Of course, silverware is essential.
Transition.
You know what
Listen, ideally, in an ideal world, I want everything. I want Champions League. I want World Cup. I want the flipping the Moon Cup. I want everything. But you got to look at it's a new manager, new way of playing.
No, man, stop the cap.
No.
Like,
Stop the cap, man.
wants to play ball.
No,
like, you know what?
Anton,
this
is not Kumbaya, man. I mean,
no. The question is,
why are you not picking at me, man?
As in, would you guys be pissed off? Would you guys be pissed off if we don't collect any silverware this season?
Of course.
You know what it is?
The team is there.
Has to
The team
be.
is there. This team really won the title.
Early manager.
What are you guys talking about? This team really won the damn title.
Right?
You're telling me like we can't go get a silverware?
You know what it is?
Think about what I'm saying, guys.
What type of silverware?
The team has aged from last season. They should have the experience.
Would you be happy with a Carabao then?
No.
Anything.
What it is
Anything.
today, right? I would say this, right? Reason why I'll be pissed off is because you got to think about it. Look what Klopp is left in. Klopp has left him a dynasty, and like legendary players. He's left him the setup alone from like the first team down to the under 18s is immaculate. You know what I mean? This is what Klopp's left him. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I feel at the end of the day, the minimum thing you should be getting this year is silverware. If you get the League Cup, FA Cup, and if you're lucky enough to get the League or the Champions League, but you have to get something this year. And if you don't, I will be pissed off. I'll be thinking, and I will feel, right?
Yeah.
I don't know who's with me on this. I will feel it, and then it's a step back. You know, take a step.
Oh,
forward,
100%.
Take a step
100%.
back. You know what I mean?
Wow, you lost.
What
Savages, man.
Anton, let me say something, bro. What we're forgetting here, the team last season was challenging for the title. I think we was the majority at the top of the league more than the other two. You know what I mean, it's just we fell apart near the end of the season because of the injuries, and you know we didn't want to buy a player in January because the Klopp is leaving. They made excuses along the way, whatever it is. But you know the team is a year older, guys. Now they had the experience of winning the League Cup. So what I'm trying to say, Anton, is the team hasn't changed much. The coach has changed, yes, but I'll understand from your point of view if the team was rubbish, like when Klopp walked in. Remember when Klopp first walked in, guys? The team was like that. Origi is a striker, you know, and you know Lallana's and all this. I understand that, but he hasn't got that. We've got so many quality players in front of us. We should at least win a cup or something along the way. You know what I mean? We can't be stepping back.
But
We've got to
last year and the year before, there was injuries. When the injuries came in, we were
Yeah.
down to...
But the thing is, Anton, we're
one-
talking about
one
if there's no
bro.
injuries.
If we have
there's
no-
no
if we
injuries,
have no
if the team
injuries,
is
Yeah,
fit.
best case
and
scenario.
we added a number 6 in January, maybe. But I don't trust FSG. Like
But
I told
Anton,
you.
if the team is fit and there's no injuries, wouldn't you expect to win silverware?
I would expect something, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's all we're saying.
and-
Yeah.
Thing is,
I think that's what we. I think,
You know what?
I think that's what we're saying because we know at the end of the day that FSG are not likely to spend like in January. If they're going to spend, they'll probably leave it till the next summer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I'm just saying that.
like-
So like, with the team that sort of like Klopp has left, if there's no injuries, the minimum requirement and day is silverware this season. I'm sorry, it is silverware.
It has to be.
Those days are gone at the day where we say, well, you know what, trust in the process, and we let it go
Yeah,
for
man.
a season or two and for that, right? Those days are gone for me. No, those days are gone for me. All right, I want silverware because in the last couple of seasons, Klopp has won trophies, yeah, right. I want trophy because this is what you got to do, you know. You always got to keep yourself ticking over because this is what Man United.
Spot on, Uncle.
Alan,
You know what is, Uncle? If you lower your expectations, that's what you become. You get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And we don't want to
Exactly.
be like that.
Go on, have
Go on,
Exactly.
Alan, go on, Alan.
Ali, you can tell who the savages are, innit?
No, but what I'm saying is, when you look at it, right? If you look back to Man United at the day in the 90s and obviously in the new millennium, right? What they was doing at the day is this: if they weren't winning a title, they make sure at the day they came out with something, whether it's the FA Cup,
Exactly, man.
League Cup, or
Don't
whatever
make
it
excuses
was.
for FSG,
Yeah.
guys. You know what I mean? That's
No
what I'm saying. Don't
Nah.
make excuses for them.
Nah.
They put
No
us in this
club-
predicament. If we don't
No
win a
club- no-
silverware,
no-
questions has to be asked. Questions
Yeah,
have to
no
be asked.
silverware. No silverware was too small at the day for Man
Don't let them
United.
get away with it.
They will pick up something.
Yeah,
So
look,
this is what I require for my team at the day, right? Every season at the day, right? The minimum requirement is silverware. I don't care what you win. I don't care if it's the League Cup, FA Cup, or whatever. Minimum requirement is silverware, and that's how I stand.
To make sure we're in front of the scum, you know what I mean? We're in front of them already.
Yeah.
Man, we got
At least
to
2
do it.
trophies would be nice, you know what I mean?
Look, listen, we're winners at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're winners. I get where Anton's coming from because I know what he's saying is in a hypothetical situation, best case scenario, everybody wants to win. But Anton's looking at it from a point of view that, you know, the volume of games, the injuries, you know, you contextualize this a little bit. You know, but look, everybody's going to be pissed off if we don't win anything, right? But I think it is about perspective. Look, what you do is if you don't win it, you pick yourself up, you go again, you look to strengthen, you look to evolve, and you go again. And that's how to respond. And that is where I'm most intrigued to see now is when we're faced in a position of adversity, how we deal with it. Because you know we're going to have these moments, guys. Because you know, being at a club like Liverpool, you're going to have spells where you know things can turn around. Nuruddin said it at the start of the show. 3 weeks is a lifetime in football, so we're going to have these moments. We just have to know how to react.
That's it. I'll give you my thoughts before that sideline football show. 15, I think, is all together, like including the Anfield goal. So, but it's 10 at Old Trafford. But anyway, this is how I see it. Yeah, I see it as long as Liverpool, because remember, anything can happen in finals, anything can happen in semi-finals. Little stupid refereeing decision, little, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
As long as Liverpool are competitive and are there and thereabouts when it comes to the end of the season, and we're there with a shout, I'm happy. The worst thing is when you're like in March or March or April, and you're not in nothing, and you're just trying to get into the top 4. You're trying to get into the top 4, and that's the aim.
Living on hope, innit? Living on hope.
Yeah. That I hate. But for example, what the year that we missed out on the quad, I love that whole journey. Sometimes you win it, sometimes you don't. If we had won it, pray for all of them because I don't think, and they were happy. They should have seen my group chat. They were like, Praise the Lord that did this not happen because
Every team. How come every team was doing it? They're like,
They don't like Liverpool, mate. They don't like us. They don't like us, lads.
why you
That's
hate
what it
Liverpool
is.
like that, man? We ain't no threat to you.
yeah.
I was even getting Tottenham man said yes. I was like, what? What's wrong? What? You ain't anything.
Quick question to all of you, yeah. Feel free, whoever just wants to jump in. Salah said at the end of the game that no one's approached him with regards to a new contract, and this is probably his last season.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said.
Yeah, he said after Man United.
Yeah, after the Man United game.
He
So
said it's last season.
That's what he said. It came out of his mouth.
No one's approached him.
Alid needs to go.
Alid, brother.
We appreciate you jumping
Appreciate that, brother.
Go
Thank
for
you,
it.
guys.
Don't
We'll
worry
talk
about
later,
it.
yeah. We'll talk
We'll
later.
keep
Hey,
Don't worry.
hey.
Yeah.
Love, guys. Thank you,
Alan, we'll
guys.
talk later, man. I need to get you on my show one time, man. I need to get you on my show.
Yeah, no, I'm more than happy to, bro. More than happy to.
Okay, bro. Take care,
Legends,
brother.
boys. Appreciate the show. Love.
No worries.
Take care.
Always.
So he that's what he said. He said that it might be his last season. The club hasn't approached him with regards to a new contract. I want to get you lot's thought on: would you hand him a new contract?
Yes.
Or would you just say thank you for your service? We need to move on.
I thought he was going to sing "Thank you for the music."
I be
No. Honestly, somebody get me jumping, guys. For me personally, I would offer him a 2-year contract. I would offer him a 2-year contract. I would. 2 years. One, and then instead for a year. If you're depending on how your body's looking and everything, and no injuries.
So 1 plus 1.
4 years. Good.
A 1 and another 1, like, you know what I mean? I would give him.
No, he said 2 years.
No, he said then 4 years, didn't he? Afterwards?
No, I said 1 year and then another extension depending on the year that you just left.
How he ended it. What about you, Uncle?
You can't lose him.
Of course, you could ask a question at Liverpool videos. Of course, that's what we're here for.
Yeah, ask Wayne, my friend. Yeah, you can't lose a player like that. You cannot lose it. He's so vital to the team. Do you know what I mean? I mean, personally, I would have still liked Mane to be here. Do you know what I mean? If Mane was still there, that would have been fine.
Oh.
We still got Salah. He can't. When you see what he's doing this season, like, I mean, I know it's only 3 games, yeah, but when you see the effect that he has on the team, do you know what I mean? And how he keeps himself in shape and all those good things, do you know what I mean? That, like, you want your star player for your club to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's impossible to lose a player like that. I'm sorry. This is no. There's literally just no excuse for it.
Replace a player like that.
No, but to lose it's impossible to lose a player like that. You cannot lose a player like that. I'm sorry. I mean, because the person at the day, right, you're never going to replace a player like that. Yeah, you could probably get close to it, but you're never going to replace a player like that. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And
Pick up Gene, by the way. Yeah.
It's possible to lose a player like that because he's too important. He's too important. So I don't care what they do. Do you know what I mean? Right? Get it done. Because I'm telling you something, I'm not being funny, yeah? If they don't get it done and he leaves on a free, right? I'm telling you, there should be a revolution. There needs to be a revolution. You cannot allow a person like Salah that's every time he goes on the pitch, yeah, he breaks records. He breaks records. He scored 10 goals at Old Trafford alone, yeah? 15 goals in total against Man United.
I love it. I love it when he said that. When Nurubi said, like, he scored more than Man United players. I said, what the fuck?
It's true. That's what I'm saying. It's true, but how can you, you know what, with a guy like that, how can you lose a player like that, yeah? It's important to keep that player, right, as long as you humanly possibly can. When you do give him on and day, right, he's got nothing left. You know what I mean? You know, he's going to play for sort of like, you know, Barrow or something like that. Do you know what I mean? You understand what I'm saying? You can't lose a player. So, you know, get it done. Personally, and there, obviously this is a conversation for another day. But personally, I think it's catastrophic, and it's a violation that 3 of the best players in the Premiership, you know, Salah, Trent, and Van Dijk have been allowed to run down to the last.
It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace in my
It
opinion.
is though, isn't it, Fuzz? It is Fuzz, isn't it?
It's a disgrace. I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why it's a disgrace. You know,
Go on,
these guys had the field. You know what I mean? They could have chose any club to go to,
Yeah.
but they chose to stay at Liverpool Football Club. You know what I mean? Majority of their best time of their career, still at their best time of their career. But when they're saying we're not finished yet and we need a new contract, you just ignore them. Now, what kind of nonsense is that? They could have played for Real Madrid. They could have played for Barcelona. Yeah. They could have played, for Bayern Munich, anyone they wanted. But they chose to stay at your club. But you're not giving them a contract when they need it the most. At least give them a year extension on performance or something like that. That's what I would do if I was unsure about players. That's what I would do. Yeah. You know what I mean? But listen, Salah, forget about 150 million, forget about 250 million. That's gone now. I mean, he's at the age we're not gonna get that anymore. So now just give him a year extension
and enjoy more.
Enjoy more. If he continues doing the same thing again, give him another year until he's dropping off. Simple as that. You know what I mean? Because he deserves it. You know what I mean? This guy has been consistent from day one. He hasn't changed. He's still the catalyst for Liverpool Football Club.
He's still one season wonder.
I've seen great players for Liverpool fall off at this age, and he hasn't. So give the guy a chance.
One season wonder still.
And not only that, he wants it, guys. He's not even saying, I want to go to Saudi or I want to go to this for more money. He just wants a contract. I don't even think he cares about the money. I honestly don't think he cares about the money. But
I'll give him anything. I'll give him everything. Just a quick one. I will literally give him anything he wants. Anything you want. Yeah.
$1 million a week.
You have it because
$1 million a week, Uncle. He says I want $1 million a week.
I give him that bomber cloud. I'm giving it to him. I'm giving it to him. Look what this true though. You can't. I'm not being funny in the day, right?
I'm gonna be honest with you, Uncle. Uncle, I'm gonna be honest with you with my opinion. Yeah. I think it's time for him to go.
No, man, stop that, man.
Honestly,
it's time for you to go.
Fuzzy.
Honestly.
Fuzzy.
But let him explain. Let me explain.
It's your prejudice.
Yeah.
And it's violent.
Liverpool videos will be coming to you quick. Yeah, let him explain. We'll come to you quick.
Let me write Nurabeats out.
I want to hear this, actually. I want to hear this.
I honestly believe, that we should always celebrate our players, our best players, and allow them to leave a decent level where we still miss them. But that's the key. I hate because the way this football has become, and I hate the way players get hounded out when their levels drop. When their levels drop,
i.e. Cristiano
Ronaldo. You saw how this United fans
should not have come back. We said that. I remember when he was coming back, and
you saw those United fans that were. Oh, it was awful. The way they went after him because, bro, you wanted him here. You know his level is not the same as the old previous level, and then you treat him like that.
No, bro, I'll just cut you for 10 seconds. The things about Ronaldo, when you look at it, he still come back and bag goals,
He did. Exactly.
He worked with a team.
Guess what? I've got
goals, you know what I mean?
Uncle, I've got another stat for you. Cristiano Ronaldo was the last guy to score a hat-trick for Man United. How many years has it been since he's gone?
You're evil, you know?
That is awful.
You're evil.
You might as well just quit now, man. You know what I mean?
He was cold as ice.
Willing to sacrifice.
You know what it is? You know what it is, right? You know what it is about now, Beats, It's his delivery. It's on point. It's on point. It's on point. It's just
cold-hearted,
precise, man.
Fuzzy, it's cold-blooded.
I'm telling you, man said that the day he was the last one to score a hat-trick. Look how long that was.
Yeah, he was.
No, I hate what you're saying now, Pete, but yes, that does apply to certain players,
Yeah.
But I just think with someone like Salah, you just can't lose him. He's just done so many important things for the club and integral. Do you know what I mean? And I think at the moment, a lot of things are going through him. A lot of things are going through him in the way of our success. Do you understand what I'm getting at? Because he's changed his game he's a bit more unselfish. You know what I mean? And he's working for the team. I just think
he is
something like that.
This year.
He was working hard the other day. I seen him in the right back position defending for the team.
Is it because he wants the contract though? He's like, listen, boys, I'm pass more. I'm gonna pass more, guys.
Have you guys seen Rashford when there's a contract in place? What he does?
Yeah.
No.
He scored 30 goals, remember? And then
but
got a contract
every time.
And then he went downwards.
Yeah, every
no,
time.
But I think, to be fair, I think he genuinely loves the club. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, right. And not being funny, something like Salah,
Uncle,
I'll be looking to keep him to this 35.
Let me say something, Uncle. What Salah needs to do is now, like I said, I've converted. I said, like, I want him to stay. You know what I mean? Because that money ain't coming in now for it. It's too late.
You was on it.
I was saying, get out, man. But listen, what he needs to do is like what me and Ansel discussed a few streams ago. He needs to do what he's doing now, which is unselfishness and scoring goals.
Yeah.
I mean, don't be selfish when we need a goal. You know what I mean? And then we lose the game because of you not pass it to that player.
And also, guys, let me bring it up one more time because
hold on, just a quick advert.
I'm a striker now. Yeah.
No. This is. Yeah, look, Salah does everything wonderful going forward. Yeah, he's our highest goal scorer. But I think this is the deficiency going forward. Because he's older, he reserves his energy for the forward play. But here, Rashford crosses it into Xerxes and he almost scores, Only reason is because Salah is supposed to drop here and cover the right side and the cross or Rashford coming in inside. He doesn't do that because he cheats a little bit by reserving his energy. So I think, depending on if there's an adequate replacement, and they brought in Chiesa, but I'm not sure about Chiesa yet. He has to prove himself to us. I don't think it's
Chiesa.
Yeah,
I think Chiesa's going to be more of a striker. I think.
Yeah. They might be thinking, especially Slot, he might be thinking, but I would want someone that does the up and down thing where he's defensively helps us and also attackingly helps us.
Was Salah doing that before though, bro? Was he doing that before?
No, he wasn't.
When he was younger?
He wasn't. But Mane was doing it. That's why he dropped off quicker because he was you saw
that,
you saw the season we won the league. There was a game, I think it was Leicester. It was Leicester, and the guy was unplayable.
Yeah,
defensively.
The season we won the league, it was all Mane anyway.
He went crazy. He was going nuts, bro. He was running like.
Well, don't you think that's Mane was a big player?
Huh?
Don't you think at the day? I hear what you're saying, obviously, about that situation there. Do you know what I mean? Salah. But don't you think that Mane was a different player than Salah? Do you know what I mean? Mane, to me, this is what goes back to what I said sort of like 10 or 15 minutes ago. The fact of the day, I would have rather have sort of like Salah and Mane still at the club because I remember this one specific game and it was the Barcelona game when we played them at Anfield, right? There wasn't one position, the only position that he never covered, right, in that game was goalkeeper. He was everywhere. You know what I mean?
And Messi said it as well.
Right. So this is what. So this is what when it comes to Mane, this is what you get from Mane. You get that sort of thing from Mane. When it comes to Salah, you get goals. You know what I mean? That's what you get from Salah. Don't expect him to sort of to be tracking back and sort of like defending because that's never been a part of his game. Even when he was at like Roma, Fiorentina. Chelsea, Basel, you know what I mean? Even when he was with those clubs, that's never ever been a part of his game to track back and do this and do that. So at the age of 32, we cannot expect him to do it now. It's not going to be done now. Do you know what I mean? Because it's too
he does it in spurts and spurts, if you know what I mean. If someone's like maybe 10, 5 yards from him, like the player, he'll look quick step. Kind of thing too. He won't hand him down. He won't hand him down like Mane used to do because Mane was even given one time one of the best defenders in the league.
But
Yeah,
you have to
when-
understand what Nurbic is saying. Like Arne Slot likes his team to defend as one, and if Salah can't do that, because Salah was doing it in the Man United game, I spotted it a few times. He was doing something he doesn't really do. Let me the ball in our own half. Can he do that like consistently? I don't know. You know what I mean? And if he stops doing that, would Arne Slot still play him? That's another thing as well. Because the last thing I want Arne Slot to do is pick on the youngsters, but he leaves the senior players on the pitch still. So if players are not doing their job, he has to treat them the same as what he done to Kwanzaa.
This is it. Like I think someone has to sit with Salah and say, are you willing to, if you're by the 60th minute without kicking up a fuss, without making headlines, you might have to come off a lot of the time, or some games you might even have like a full rest. If he's willing to have that and extend his longevity within the team playing at a high level, I think he can do that. However, if he expects to play, because I'm waiting for the second half of the season. Right now, Salah always starts well in
every season,
but it's the second half of the season where, like the money side of the season, where things sometimes don't work out. Yeah.
But
hang on, guys, let's read the comments because there's new people that we're avoiding at the moment.
Leo Gold said that Diaz deserves a new deal and should earn double what he is on now, 55k a week.
Shocking.
I heard he's on that. However, I still think he needs to improve this season that he's very consistent.
I agree.
If he shows the whole season he's done it,
I agree.
Yeah, bump him up. But you gotta prove it. You can't prove it to me in 3 games and then just drop off again.
As he says, he's not like Liverpool video says, but he's not clinical enough, in my opinion. He's not.
Exactly.
I mean, he has to like Nurbic said, he has to be consistent. Like I'd rather Gakpo starts. There you go.
No, but that Liverpool videos, I'm sure you're not saying Gakpo to start now. How Diaz is doing so well now. I'm sure he's not doing that now.
You leave Diaz, for now.
No, right now you don't. You just leave him alone. He's on fire.
Quick question there. Nurbic, do you control the purse strings in your family?
100%, man.
See, I do it.
You know what? The kids are funny, right? So they know that my automatic answer is no in anything they ask me. So they go to their mom like, can you ask dad if I can get this? So the other day she was like, I need packed lunch for my trip. I should go on Fort Park or something. Then I said, is it? I said, I saw 20 quid in your phone though, by asking me for money. And then she was like, yeah, but that's for something else. And I'm like, look, if you got money, spend your money on yourself. Don't be asking me if you got money. You know what I mean?
I'm actually with you on that one. That's it. Real talk.
You always want to spend your money, bro. Always want to spend your money.
That's it.
Don't let him mug you off, Don't let him mug you off.
Hold on, lads. Quick advert.
Ten Hag in.
They got it, yeah. Yes. Gene
that was sponsored by Antoine.
Let's read Gene's one, bro. Gene says, look, if Millie can be on his 32nd season, what? Goodness gracious.
That can't be, that's not real, man.
Can't be
exaggerated. Hyperbole.
Why can't we give Salah another 2? He's just as fit and produces on the field as long as he adapts his game to suit his pace. Where is he going? He can't go anywhere now because I don't think the Saudis are gonna come and give us 150 million or 200 million for him. So that's why I said that's gone. So give him the contract and another year extension. That's what I say until he drops off.
Yeah, but Milner, one thing is, Milner, he's happy to do anything, innit?
Yeah, he's an all-rounder. We was talking about Hullet earlier. That's a similar type player that could play anywhere on the pitch. You're right. You're spot on about that.
Exactly. So those versatile players is like it's good to keep him around because
100%
injuries and anything can happen, and so
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nurbic, let's just read out the message we get out of here, innit?
That's it. Yeah, let me just what great show, guys. Appreciate everyone, every single one.
Brilliant.
Let me see question here. How many? Yeah, as I said, I would like to leave him go as a legend. Leave as a legend, because I think there's a saying, something like, you either die as a legend, or you live long enough to become the enemy. And I think I don't want I want him to leave on this high. If he gets us one or two trophies at the end of this season, his legacy will be.
Oh, bro, I'll say two trophies and have him on pay as you go. Pay as you go. I was saying, bruv, what are you saying about pay as you go, bro? $1 million every time you play.
Give me a top up, man. Give me a top up.
You know what I'm saying?
Insufficient
funds available.
Do you guys think that Chiesa will be a success?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so. Yeah. Like a lot of people say about previous Italians, isn't it? Perform in the Premier League apart from Zola. But listen, Chiesa's got a lot of ability, you know what I mean? And I don't know if you agree with me, Anton. I said he's similar to his dad from what I've seen of him. His dad was the same. You know what I mean? Pacey, clinical.
His dad was more of his dad was a striker. His dad was a finisher. His dad was
he was quick as him as well, wasn't he?
He was very similar to Inzaghi. But obviously he wasn't as dumb as Inzaghi.
More technical though.
It was more technical than Inzaghi. Yeah, very similar to Inzaghi. Like one chance in the goal.
Yeah.
Chiesa's more midfielder, more skillful, got a touch and things like that. They're very similar.
Yeah, he'll be good as a striker. I said, because he could do one-on-ones in it, Anton, and he could beat a man, and he's quick. I mean, I think backing up the likes of Jota. I don't know about Diaz anymore, guys. He's not getting a chance anymore. It's either they're doing it by purpose for him to sit on the bench and watch the team, or they don't want him there anymore. I don't know about Diaz anymore. I really don't.
Diaz or Nunes, you mean?
Diaz, I'm talking about Diaz. Diaz. What was it? Nunes. I meant Nunes. So yeah, I don't know about. It's late, guys. It's late. I don't know about Nunes anymore. He's sitting on the bench a lot now. It's either they're doing it by purpose,
best position,
or
he's interesting.
They're playing a game with him. Like if you get a chance, you better take it, kind of thing. You know
Interestingly, Slot's old club final. They had Jimenez as a striker, right? This kid called Jimenez, who Nottingham Forest. Yeah, Nottingham Forest wanted to sign him, and he rejected them. He was going through a similar issue, like Nunes, that's all the
tough love kind of thing, yeah. Tough love.
And so what Arne Slot did was sat him in the bench for quite a bit, and made him study, and learn how to be calm in finishing. This is where you're wrong. This is where you're right. And the good thing is that 5-game ban for Uruguay has come at the right time. So he's in the AXA now, probably going through this.
One thing I've got against that though, Jimenez is more technically better than
100%. But
that's the difference.
12 man, just kill me, man. I swear.
What you say?
Old habits.
He's in my head. He's in my head.
Revolution on your mind. Yeah. Wicked.
Damn you, 12 man. Please go.
Paytol says Chiesa will be at Origi, and Jean Grace says Chiesa will be interesting to watch in a red shirt. That's
Origi,
for sure.
Origi.
As in an impact guy.
Coming off the bench.
Probably means an impact.
Yeah.
And he's younger as well. He's only 26 as well, so he's got.
And also, guys, heads up! Yeah, there's a documentary on Chiesa on Prime videos.
Is it?
Yeah. Where it goes through his whole time of rehabbing his ACL. It's quite interesting. It's quite.
Hang on, what's that documentary?
Yeah, I was waiting for that. I think he's dropping in last season. Apparently, he's dropping.
We
in
have
December.
to watch it because the season fell apart, Unks. So
I think he's dropping in December, January. I think that's when.
I'll wait for you to tell me, man.
We'll see the in-depth about FSG, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm saying, Michael Edwards, we need to know.
I'm telling you, if it comes at FSG again, I'm telling you, I'm going to rally the troops. I said, guys, pitchforks, and torches. And I don't mean torches that the ones with the battery. I'm talking about fire. Fire, bro. We want them out.
That's it, guys. Wonderful show. The chat has been absolutely great
paid
and
the
patient with
toll.
us. We appreciate every single one of you lot. Appreciate every single comment. We couldn't get to all the comments because the channel is growing now. You guys are amazing.
Yeah.
Be sure to like, subscribe, get us over to 2,000 subscribers. We're here to grow. We're here to serve you lot with great content. I want to thank Anton, whose messaging is Ten Hag in.
Always and forever.
Hashtag. Make it grow, man. Make it grow.
He's in the hashtag, yeah.
Make it grow, man.
That's it. I want to thank
Come on,
Uncle
messages.
Rods. Go over to his channel, subscribe, follow him. You won't regret it.
Like, subscribe, share. That's what we're doing.
Booing trend. He's doing a booing trend.
No, man, listen, great show. I enjoyed every minute of it. Looking forward to the next. If you guys are not doing anything tomorrow, I've got a show tomorrow, a new show called The Fans Fiesta. I've got a couple of guys on opposing sort of like teams. Yeah, you know. For the you one of them ones. You know what I mean? Ain't gonna be no R. Kelly around there. So you know what I mean?
You didn't have to mention the name. You didn't have to mention
Nah, but you know
We don't say those names.
No, but
We don't say
that's
them names.
synonymous.
Them
No,
names are
but
like
it's-
Voldemort.
No, that's synonymous with Fiesta. So anyway,
yeah, Uncle, only like the old school heads would have just understood it. The rest would have been like,
I'm
what you
old
mean?
though, innit? I'm
Ford
old.
Fiesta?
Stop that, Ford Fiesta. No, but I've got a show tomorrow. Fans Fiesta. I've got a couple of fans from opposing teams like Newcastle, Arsenal, and that coming on. And we're just going to talk about football. You know what I mean? So anybody's not busy, drop in with your questions and whatever. That's on tomorrow. The first show of this series. You know what I mean? But listen, great show tonight. I enjoyed every bit of it. It was good to get the guy Nordine from the Man United perspective. Good to get him on. You know what I mean?
Man.
Great. He's great
man.
insight. And listen,
Knowledge.
if you can get him on your show again, listen, try and get him again because he was great, very respectful and jokes and stuff. So yeah, it's great. But listen, wonderful show, my brothers. Wonderful show.
Thank you very much. There you go, guys. Go over to Uncle Rod's channel, subscribe. You know you'll enjoy it. And a final word from Foles. Talk to us, man.
Does Anton want to say anything beforehand? Because Anton's part of this channel anyway, so it's up to him.
Yeah, he's already said his stuff. He said
that's it,
10
yeah?
again.
Oh.
Yeah, that was it.
Well,
But final words.
listen, like Nurabit said, like, you know, the comments are so many. It's hard, you know, to read all of it, but we'll always come back the next day anyway. So, you know, that's what we're going to read the comments when we're on our own as well. So I think we've got something coming up in it tomorrow, Nurabit.
Yeah, tomorrow we've got 11 a.m. Make sure you're already put the notification button on hand. We've got we're reacting to some of the tears of the United content creators watching that Liverpool game. So we're reacting to it. If you guys are available, you can come join us as well.
Goldbridge is the funniest. I'm sorry.
I'm doing my one
I
on
love
Friday.
the guy, you know. I've got respect for him.
There you go.
That was bloody hell. That was bloody hell.
You know, I'm
so
doing
posh, isn't it? So posh.
I know.
He's
doing one on
one-liners.
Friday.
Hell.
You know,
His
I'm doing one on
one-liners are
Friday.
great.
I'm doing one on Friday because you know why?
Wicked.
Friday's payday, so we've got to do it on Friday. Friday's payday.
There you go.
I might do something. I'm doing the legends, innit? I'm doing the legends as well, guys. Like Liverpool legends, legends of football. I might do it at 6 o'clock tomorrow, so join me for that. So I'm gonna do Kenny Dalglish next. I've done John Barnes today, so I'm doing videos and showing you guys like what they do. You know, how they became legends and how their game became important and all that stuff. So. So yeah, please tune into that. That.
Go check out that John Barnes one. It was really, really good. Eye opening.
It was.
Guys, I gotta go. I'm sorry. I know it's hasty, but I gotta go and do number 2, bro. I'm so sorry. So sorry. Guys. Love, peace, and harmony. Love, peace,
Too
and
much
boom,
information. Too much.
I love you guys,
much.
man.
Exactly, too much.
Mwah.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, Saeed, we're gonna have I don't think he's on it because I think he went to the game.
Yeah.
But we might even check out his what is it reaction video to the game and start
No,
laughing.
so did
as well.
Nuruddin got to the game as well. You know, Nuruddin went.
Yeah, he went.
Yeah,
to
they
the
all
game.
went. They all went. Yeah.
Yeah,
Get Saeed on.
they're
my
many
son.
boys. They're many boys. Yeah,
We're working on it. We're working on it, bro.
He's a busy guy. He's a 100K guy now, so you know, he has to find time for the little people.
Oh no, innit? Just say, look, at the name. Just say, look, brother, just get on here, innit? You know what I mean? I'm going to come and send the boys around. You know what I mean?
That's it. We got to clamp him. Anyway, appreciate it, guys. Everyone for tuning in. Be sure to like, subscribe, put that notification bell on so you see every video that we drop. It's coming thick and fast, guys. Thank you very much. And we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
100%. Take care, everybody.
Peace.
Yeah. We gotta go. We gotta get out of here. Take care, everybody.
Say bye-bye.
Yo, bro. Oh, damn. My bad, people. See you.